doing this because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been quacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fargan ice holes like yourselves.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the geeks in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, my God. There's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers. Diamond dogs have struck again.
Real pretty.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas, looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast. Basement Benchwarmers Podcast back after a couple weeks. Scott and Ed sitting right now. I think Willie's going to stop by in a little bit. My voice is a mess from allergies and a weekend of soccer tournament running. It was a long weekend. So
why did soccer make your voice bad?
Had to yell at some people this weekend. had to kick grown-ups out of a kids' soccer game.
Between the two of us, we've called the cops like 3 times in the last 2 days.
So let's start off how we start. Well, we're gonna talk a little fantasy football tonight. Some rankings, some sleepers, things like that. We'll talk about the Cubs Brewers series getting started this week. A big series for the Cubs and Brewers, obviously, and also whatever else comes up. So let's start out how we always start off each week. How has been your last couple weeks, Ed? How's it been?
Jeez, it's been so long. Well, you know, I don't know if you knew this. I passed a kidney stone the other day.
Did you?
Oh yeah, that's painful. Have you ever done that?
No, I have not, and I heard it's bad.
Oh yeah, it hurt. You know, it didn't hurt as much for me as it hurt for Amber because she chipped a tooth when I passed it.
That's terrible.
Sorry, you know that was horrible.
Gets one though.
No, you know what actually does grind my gears though. If you see, you know, you read some of these like independent news things, you know, like these pseudo conservative comments and stuff in these articles, and you know, and I bet you've seen this, the rich man north of Richmond or whatever, that song that guy did. Have you seen this?
Oh, that guy on he's
everywhere now.
Became like
my God, he's like it's driving me nuts. This Earl Anthony guy or Oliver Anthony, not the bowler.
Not the bowler. I know you're talking about.
So you got this crappy song. I mean, it's average at best.
Yeah.
If you've seen him at Taste of Wisconsin down in Kenosha, he'd be like, yeah, that guy's pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
But if you went and paid like $57 to go see him and sit in the back, you'd be like, God, I got ripped.
Or Flint's in the backyard.
Yeah, exactly. It's relativity, you know?
Yes.
But now it's like everybody's out there, you know, they're like swooning on every conservative pundit's like, oh my God, it's the greatest song ever written. You know, it's like these guys have never heard Stairway to Heaven or nothing. You know, it's like, oh, well, this is the newest thing ever. And, you know, I was watching a show the other day and this pundit's on there. He's like, man, the AFC looks stacked this year. The East. Let's ask Oliver Anthony if the rich men north of Virginia would be investing their bribe money on 75-1 odds that Buffalo's going to win 12 games this year. You know, it's like, what the hell? It's like, come on, just let the guy rest in peace already.
Yeah.
It's like, you remember that other song? What was that? Like, proud to be an American.
Yeah. Who's that?
Greenwood.
Lee Greenwood.
Yeah. And it was like 14 years after he wrote it or whatever. And it was like non-stop.
Yeah.
I don't know. These songs just wear me out. That's what grinds my gears.
That's what grinds your gears. Okay. That's what happened your last 2 weeks. Just stuff grinding your gears.
Yeah. Having some burger. Sorry, I couldn't help.
Now
it.
That's a knife.
That's a knife. Oh shit.
So
inside jokes.
Yeah, inside jokes. So my last 2 weeks, playing a soccer tournament. Went off this weekend. Pretty much without a hitch. Few problems. Like I said, had to kick a grown man out of a soccer game. It was, if I wish we could play the game, guess your age, and I'll give someone a prize. They got it, but they were 9-year-old kids or 8-year-olds that this man was arguing with the referee and screaming at people. And blah,
well, it was
blah,
over
blah.
a trophy, right? Or something that was like, worth money, right?
No, nothing at all. They got a little participation medal in that level because they're younger kids.
So they don't even keep score.
Well, they do, but there's no championship for them. They all get medals because as they get to U11 or U10 or U11, then they start playing brackets, and they do keep score at those levels. But this one is just like the developmental age. So yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine like 8-year-old little leaguer. That's essentially just T-ball. You're essentially
yeah. There you go.
T-ball of soccer.
That's a great example. T-ball would be our coach's pitch. It's the same
Yeah.
example. That's perfect. That's what this is. This is like 3-on-3 little kid basketball at the Recplex. And someone's young at the referee because he didn't call it travel.
But it was only one time. He was upset about one thing, right?
Yeah, no, I talked to this guy 4 times that weekend. For this team, I had to was confronted with a problem at their fields 3 times, and then the last time, or twice, and the last time I was at the metal tent. So this is because I'm the tournament director. Yes, that's the name on the door.
Well, you do that and podcast?
Yeah, and podcast.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Just started planning my trade show for my company. We're leaving in a month, so that's my next thing I got to do. So just keeps going.
Geez, just think if we had to go to like any football games out of town or something, you'd be overwhelmed.
No, that's coming up. That's a week before I go to my trade show.
I know.
Although I'll be packed for that trade show for that, so we're good. We're all good.
Man.
We'll be ready to rock and roll for that. So trade show's easy. Trade show's easy in a soccer tournament. It really is.
Is that not crazy?
It's really easy. I just got to go my stuff. That's easy. You know what you're doing.
But I mean, we've all seen it, even in Little League or whatever. But 8-year-olds, really?
Yeah. You've seen it. You've seen it at 8-year-olds in Little League.
Yeah, I bet.
A 9-year-old. You see it all over. It's crazy. So whatever. That's
was it Lesnick coaching this team?
No, it wasn't. Because I would have expected if Lesnick was cool, saw me come over, and Mark would give me respect to go, okay, I'll knock it off. We'll calm down.
You know what he would be is he'd be like, that was a bad call, but yeah,
you're right.
I'm it.
You're right. I'll move on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So,
and your average person would. They were like, yeah, I got fired up. Sorry. You're right.
It happens. Yeah, I get it.
And you didn't confront this guy and go crazy and start screaming in his face. You actually approached him and were calm. And
I yelled at him. I kind of screamed at him the 4th time when the cops were called. So that was the last time of the night. So, wow was right. Let's talk a little Cubs Brewers. They're playing this week. Cubs are a half game up in the second wild card spot. Brewers are up right now, I think, by 4 games going into this week. So it's a big series in Chicago. Both teams it's crazy. The Brewers are running 8 in a row, but the Cubs are winning 7 out of like 9 or something like that. So both teams are on fire right now. It's one of those things that it's just unlucky for both. More unlucky for the Cubs than the Brewers, because the Brewers are the ones that have the lead, but it's kind of unlucky for the Brewers because they could be probably 6-7 games up. They are 6 games up right now on the Reds. And so it's interesting. And
it would be a good I mean, the Cubs are almost like pushing them now, which is kind of good for the Brewers because they kind of been half-assing it for a while.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't know. What do you think are the Cubs' prospects for the rest of the year?
I mean, it's still going to be a tough wild card because I think there's 3 teams fighting for them. How many spots are left? The Cubs are in the 2nd position right now. Is that right? Let's see. Wild card. Let me check my wild card standings real quick here.
Yeah, the Cubs
are 69 and 61.
They're a half game up in the second wild card, correct?
Yeah, Diamondbacks 69-62. I just like saying 69.
Yeah, I get it.
Giants and Reds are within a game and a half, but they've both been falling.
Yeah. The Reds are 6 games out now.
Marlins are now 3 games out. So, I mean, the Marlins were in that driver's seat for a while. Phillies are playing well again, finally.
I think the good thing for the Cubs, I think they're as good as all those teams in the wild card.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not the Phillies, but all the rest of the other ones.
They might not make it, but it's not like they're going to be destroyed by anybody. They're going to not get.
Well, they're definitely not as good as the Padres, but good luck. Good thing they're 8 games back.
Yeah, and the Brewers have been pretty impressive. They've had a pretty tough schedule the last few weeks, and they did pretty well through it overall.
Cubs have a pretty easy schedule here, and the Brewers got a tough schedule, but
so
Brewers
far
have played well.
So far, it hasn't worked out for the Cubs.
Well, with Woodruff back now, what else they have happen? Well, I know Burns has pitched pretty well. They're having a problem with that Hauser spot, and Hauser only lasts like 3 innings yesterday or something again.
Yeah,
but I don't think they had like where the Cubs have all these young pitchers in the minor leagues that are pitching really well. Actually, when we were just talking about 2 years ago, oh, this team's decimated in the minor leagues. They can't develop an arm. Now they got Steele, Assad, and Wicks pitched a great game.
Yeah, Wick had tough two batters or
Two
first inning,
batters, and then
he-
went 15 straight batters,
Yeah.
striking out 9.
Yeah, and
end.
that's good to see because that's a guy.
And he's been tough in the minors.
I know it's one start. I get it, but when
Yeah.
you see stuff like that, a guy that throws how many? He had 10 strikeouts.
9, I think.
I mean, that's hard to find in.
Yeah, that's like
it's-
Spencer Strider type
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
and he's a lefty also.
That's number one pitching prospect stuff. But it's one game. So
Yeah.
obviously I'm
No,
not
but I
counting.
mean, it does make you feel good. And he hasn't been, I mean, he's pitched well in the minors. Like, I mean, Cade Horton's down there. He's moved all the way through the system this year.
Yeah.
And he's got a great arm.
Yeah.
I just missed seeing him playing Beloit the other day, or, a couple months ago when I went there.
Yeah.
He pitched the day before and he pitched real well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've got some arms coming up through. They just called up Keegan Thompson.
Nice play just now by Madrigal, actually. A real nice play just happened.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Cub team, I didn't even think they'd be anywhere near this good.
Yeah, today I saw Jacia Soda's Tony Gosselin having Tommy John surgery and will be out for the rest of this year and maybe all of next year.
That's Dodgers, right? Still?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
So May's out with Tommy John. Gosselin's out with Tommy John. Lux is out with a knee injury. Walker Buehler's out on Tommy John right now, but he's throwing right now, so he will be back here in a few weeks.
for the playoffs, at least.
Probably close to the playoffs, but I don't know if he's going to get his arm strength built up. He's only throwing 1 inning at a time right now.
Might be like a reliever type thing.
Yeah.
Spots.
Yeah, or getting 3 or 4 innings in especially like when you get to the playoffs or the World Series.
Yeah.
Some of these guys only throw 3 innings; they just like blast them out there.
That's probably works out good for his situation.
So that team is deep.
Yeah.
I hate to use that word deep. It's like moist. I don't like using those words, but for the Dodgers, it's fitting.
Yeah,
They're very moist.
the Dodgers.
I mean, deep.
deep and moist.
But yeah, not there's. I know they've spent a gazillion dollars. They could build the Brewers a new stadium. They've got enough money there.
They could build the Brewers.
But I mean, Betts is having a great year.
Yeah,
So think about this. They got rid of Bellinger. Was it Taylor's gone now?
Yeah, did Taylor go?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, Turner.
Turner,
Just
not
Turner
Taylor. Not Taylor.
Yeah,
Turner.
Turner went
That's
to the Red Sox, correct? Is that where he ended
Yeah.
up? Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, they're running out there with Lance Lynn, Clayton Kershaw. I'm trying to think of who else they got going. Urias is still. Chris Taylor's still there.
Okay.
Turner's gone. You're right. So I don't know who they're gonna throw in that rotation. Then, I mean, they'll find somebody.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah. Yeah.
Bobby Miller.
And the thing that happens to them usually is they'll.
They got Gavin Stone too.
Oh yeah, they'll throw a guy in and it'll work great. For
Yeah.
them.
Well, what they'll end up doing is when they get closer to playoff time, they're going to knock it down to a 4-man rotation or whatever right at playoffs. And then Buehler's going to come back and they're going to have 2 or 3 of these guys throwing long distance, relief type stuff.
Yeah.
So they'll run them, 3 innings each and they're going to dominate.
Yeah.
That team's good.
It'll be interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, Dodgers are good. I think I think the NL's got some decent teams, I think.
Oh, the Braves are awesome.
The Braves are really good, obviously. And then like the Phillies, like you talked about a few weeks ago, where we talked about they're a team that's kind of, if they get in, they're a good team.
Yeah, they got some pitching.
Yeah, they're a good team. It's just that they struggle to start the year, so they gotta kind of pick it up now a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see as this goes on, as the year goes on, how it works out for them. But it's only under a month, just about
I think
a month
it's like
left now.
Probably about 30 games left, I think.
Yeah. So
What are we at? 150 Cubs are at, what did I say, 69, 61 or something?
right here. Jace just sent me this. It's 80.86% complete. So there's only 20% of the games left about. So whatever that.
So the Cubs are at 130, so there's 32 games left.
32. Yep. So about 80% left. So
yep.
That's equivalent to equivalent of the, if there's 80% of something left, a 40-hour work week, you're at 8:21 in the morning on Friday morning.
Ooh.
Right now, like 8:21 you're at. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
A 9-inning baseball game, you're in the top of the 8th, one or 2 outs. And around the golf, you're around the 15th hole. In the alphabet, If you're doing the alphabet, you're at V.
Ooh,
Counting 1 to 10, you're at just starting to say 9.
yeah. It's 8 something.
Yeah. Calendar year, we're on October 23rd.
Ooh.
That's where we're at if we're 80% of the year's complete. And if you're on the Monopoly board, you're at North Carolina Avenue. Oh, and if you're microwaving Easy Mac, you have 40 seconds left.
Oh, nice.
So,
ooh,
that's kind of funny, actually. That's
Yeah,
kind of
I like
interesting.
that.
That's kind of a cool little thing. That's kind of cool. It's kind of funny.
And if you're an Angels fan, you just lost your 3rd generational talent to injury.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, talk about Ohtani. That is crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's again, it's the second Tommy John, right?
Yeah,
It's gonna be
a second. Yeah, the Ulna or whatever. Or no,
Yeah.
well, the not the Ulna. Is the Ulna?
Oh,
It's not the Ulna, is it?
I think it was.
Okay, so
I don't know. It was something with the U, I remember.
yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, it's crazy how he still can hit, but I mean now for his prospects of being a $50 or $55 million man because he can pitch too.
Yeah, he's done pitching. I mean, I don't see him. He should be a relief pitcher from here on out.
Yeah, and that spot in like middle relief type guy, and he just hit. I mean, his hitting is just as dangerous as pitching, obviously. Although pitching is what people want, but I mean,
yeah, I picked him to win the Cy Young this year, and he did put up some decent numbers. Not Cy Young numbers, but he's been decent.
Yeah, but but the thing is too, I think his bat is worth money, obviously too.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if it's worth
not 50 million. No, now you're looking at he's 305, 44, 92 RBIs. So he's up there. He's like at second home runs. I think was it Pete Alonso's got more, doesn't he? Or no, Matt Olson.
Yeah, Matt Olson, you are correct.
I think and then Alonso's third.
Yeah.
Who's that? Matt Olson's had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of Freddie Freeman, that piece of junk. Let's bring in a new model. And they bring in Murphy to catch too, and he's been on.
I know, it's crazy.
They got him for nothing, and he's now the number 1 catcher in baseball.
I'm gonna look something up here.
Yeah, Ohtani's in his 5th year, and he's already got 2 Tommy Johns. I think Trout got injured again too, if I heard right.
Yeah, Trout was hurt.
Yeah, he's not even on the
roster.
roster.
He went right back to the IL.
Yeah, he's not even on the active roster.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't.
That team is cursed.
Yeah,
they're cursed, and they could have traded him and probably got a boatload for him.
They go all in, and then they end up getting screwed.
And they've lost almost every game since then. They went all in.
They've been terrible. Yeah, they've been bad, and it's just bad luck and not good. And I don't know.
They're 5 games under 500. They went all in. They need to pick up let's see, just getting a wild card. They need to pick up 10.5 games just to catch the wild card. It's impossible.
10.5
with 5 teams ahead of you.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
Yeah, well,
because you're definitely catching the Rays. I mean, they would be leading almost any division of baseball right now.
Are they?
They're 80-52, and they're in second place behind Baltimore.
Baltimore is having a great season too.
Did you think they were going to be this good?
No,
nobody.
Not this quick.
I knew they had a lot of talent.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I know on my fantasy team, I have 2 or 3, at least 3 of their players.
I would have put them more to Yankee, like maybe in second. I would have put the Yankees above them, but for sure the Rays. And I would have probably told they'd be. I'm doing like the Cubs right now, fighting for a wild card spot, but to be dominating that division, like and they're not. I mean, yeah, dominating. They're really doing well in a tough division,
real tough division.
But it does help the Rays and the Orioles. How
about the Mariners?
Yeah,
another team that's come, and I picked them to finish behind the Astros in that division. But man, they are killing it.
But what the Orioles and the Rays, what's helping them is the Yankees are dropping a giant dud right now.
Oh yeah,
I mean they're still in kind of have a chance, but
can we put that whole team on the bench warmer hot seat?
Except for Judge, he actually played a little better the last few games, but he's still been we can do it. Let's do it.
So who can we put on there? Yeah, obviously Boone. Everybody's got him on the hot seat. He's getting fired.
Everybody.
Yeah, let's
bench warmers hot seat.
So we got Garrett Cole and Judge are safe.
Yeah. Garrett Cole, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, no, you're right. That's good. No, you're right. I agree. Garrett Cole, I agree. Leave him off. But Judge, Judge can stay off too, I guess. But everybody else.
And everybody knew No way Judge was putting together 2 MVP years in a row without getting injured.
Well, yeah,
He's never had.
He wasn't going to play enough games to put the numbers in, probably. And these numbers are good right now.
Oh yeah, he's legit, but he can't. He's Trout now.
Yeah,
Can't stay healthy.
yeah, that's good bass.
Remember when Mike Trout ate that guy? The Milkman game.
Yes,
that was great.
But yeah,
spit him out without his clothes on.
Yeah,
that was the craziest thing I think I've ever seen at a baseball game.
It was pretty cool, actually. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the spitting out part was great.
Yeah.
That guy comes out he's all ripped with tats and just his underwear. I was kind of turned on, but it was weird.
So let's talk a little fantasy football.
Oh, that's a big switch.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people are drafting the next couple of weeks here. Some people have already drafted, but a lot of drafts coming up, different types of leagues. But we'll give you maybe we'll throw a top 5 at each position to you, and maybe we'll go back and forth. Maybe we'll see what we agree on, and then a couple outside of them, and then we'll go with the maybe a sleeper in each spot, maybe 1 or 2 if you have a couple. So,
well, Glenn usually liked to throw in some Miami Dolphins in there, and this year he actually can.
Yeah,
and he's not here.
Yeah.
This has been a perfect time for him to be here.
So let's start with tight ends. Let's start from the bottom of the top of your roster. Tight ends. I'll just speak for both of us that we're gonna put Kelsey number 1. I'm guessing that's the tight end of
choice. I don't think there's any argument with that unless he gets hit by a car or something.
No,
I'd still take him over the car. He's that good.
And after that, it might be some difference in opinion, I guess. I'm not sure. Could be, could not, maybe not. Who do you like in maybe a second position there for the second best tight end?
Well, I mean, everybody's got Andrews would be there. I mean, not everybody, but Andrews would probably be the next guy on that list, I'm guessing. And last year he wasn't great, was he?
He was okay, but
But the year before he was a monster.
Yeah, no, Lamar Jackson was out last year, so
I agree.
Yeah,
and I'm going to guess the next 3 or 4 guys are going to be interchangeable here.
Yeah,
after Andrews.
Yeah, I would say that. I kind of like. They got Kyle Pitts in all these top 5s. I like Kyle Pitts to maybe be that number 2 this year. Maybe that offense can be better.
Yeah.
They're maybe the quarterback. I think Ritter's going to be their starter. I believe
he could be a steal in some drafts because they're picking for him to go. 5th round.
Yeah. I mean,
70th probably pick overall.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
I kind of like him because like I said, they got a talented receiver and the kid from not USC who they draft last year.
Oh yeah,
Drake London.
Yep.
Yeah, USC. They have the running back Bijan Robinson now, so they have
2 running backs.
Oh yeah, they got Tyler
Algiers too.
Yeah, so they have good young talent there. So I mean, that's the key.
Who's the core? Is it still Ritter?
It's gonna be Ritter, I believe. Yeah, he'll start and maybe
he'll scramble though too, won't he?
Yeah, he runs a little bit. So I mean, we'll see and get those guys that they can do the scramble drill real well. You never know. So
could just be a mess for teams to try and cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. I like Kyle Pitts to move up higher than some of these guys.
I like that.
Who else do you like in the top 5 possibly?
I mean, you want me to do the 3 that I think that are going to be the next 3? I think they're all interchangeable.
Yeah, that works. Yep.
Kittle, Hawkinson, and Waller.
Yeah, I like them.
And I think Waller could pass all those guys.
Waller could be the guy that has that bounce back year.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy, it's not a health thing with him. He's banged up last year, so last 2 years have been beat up pretty good.
And I think Hawkinson's did Hawkinson ever get paid or something? Wasn't he trying?
He got a contract, I think.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, like from Detroit, I believe.
I think he's going to take a little step back because now with Jordan Addison there, now they got 2 big wide receivers.
Yep. And
Thielen was a little slow last year. He's getting older. I mean, he's still a great receiver, obviously, but.
And not that Hawkinson's going to be bad for the offense. He's going to be bad for fantasy, I think.
I agree.
Because like you said, they got a lot of targets now. They added a target if he's going to be good. Yeah. And I like Jordan Addison a lot, actually.
Kittle's in an offense that's got 30 weapons.
Yeah, Kittle's a tough one because he could be the best on any team, but he's not the best on that team.
He could be the best on any given day in fantasy.
Yeah, that's the.
And then the next 3 games,
put up 4, 6, 2, 7, and then 44, 2, 6.
Yep.
And then the year his average scoring is he scores 18 points a game. Well, yeah, because he scored 150 and 2.
Yeah. It's true too. He's like he might be the biggest dilemma in fantasy.
He's the ultimate. He's the tough. He's almost like a handcuffed running back. Oh, he's almost like a Bill Belichick running back, but he's not. He he is because they use everybody there.
That's great. I mean, that's a great observation because he's
with Debo McCaffrey.
I've had him before, and when he hits on his week, you win that week. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
I mean, you're getting a free 35 points.
And when you draft him, you have to start him. Obviously, you're not going to go. Well, I'm not going to start him this week.
I'm going to play matchups with Kittle.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
And tight ends are, if once you draft a tight end, usually he's your starter.
Yeah,
and not like you have 3 of them or something.
And I've had Hawkinson for years, and he's pretty solid.
Yeah, he produces. That's what he does. I do. Goddard's another guy that could produce in his offense, but same concept. He's got a lot of weapons. They got a lot of weapons in that offense too. And then
it really drops off to the.
I do have a sleeper.
Komet.
No, it's not Komet. I do like Komet. I think, but
there's a rookie.
Yeah, well, that's not my sleeper either. Kincaid though.
Kincaid is a rookie.
He may have a good year. It depends how they use him.
When's the last rookie tight end that's had a big year though?
Oh,
Pitts didn't.
Yeah, I'm trying.
He was all right. It's hard for tight ends. That's a tough position to play.
Well, I mean,
because you're blocking and you're
obviously Antonio Gates was.
I'm guessing,
huge,
but that's a long time ago.
Well, Kelsey might have been okay his rookie year.
I don't remember.
I don't remember though for sure.
I'm just trying to remember somebody that just came out of the gates and you're like, wow,
Kittle maybe too. I don't know,
but it didn't happen with Hawkinson. The other one that
was okay, but
do you remember that same? No, because he was. I think he was injured for part of that first year.
Okay.
Who was the other guy who was drafted with him? That those two guys came out at the same time. The other guy from Iowa. Now he's we got traded to Seattle.
Oh, Jimmy Graham?
No, in the Russell Wilson trade.
And he's from where?
I think he came out of Iowa too.
I can't think now.
But he was drafted real high, and he hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
But those two came out, and a big fanfare. Guys were drafting them pretty high, and never paid off. So
yeah,
tight end's a crapshoot, man.
So the guy I'm kind of like because I think their offense can be better. I think the quarterback's gonna take a step, maybe possibly is Pat Freiermuth.
Okay,
I think he might have a good year because remember they are their receivers are not. They don't have a bunch of star receivers. They have good receivers, but not a guy that like an Antonio Brown type guy there anymore, or anything like that. They have Deontay Johnson still there, and I can't remember the other guy, but the other guy actually
Pickens.
Oh, Pickens. Yeah, they got Pickens. So, but I mean, I think Freiermuth could have a good year. Yeah, I mean, he can maybe sneak into the top 6 or 7 or 5.
And they got a pretty decent running game. Didn't they add another running back?
Yeah, they've drafted they have Najee Harris still. So, I'm kind of like Freiermuth to have a decent. And he had a good year last year, too. Not great, but he had a solid year. But fancy tight ends are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, well, after Kelsey and those, then the next 5.
I think it's after Kelsey, like you said. Kelsey, and then it's like, okay, what happens next?
Kelsey's he's a first-round pick. I mean,
no
question.
Yeah, you can.
I'm sitting in a league, which hopefully nobody's listening, which they're probably not. So I'm sitting at 8 right now. I already have a quarterback, a running back, and a wide receiver from last year left over. So I got them back. At 8, am I picking Kelsey? Would that be out of the question? Over, say, Diggs or Adams?
Yeah, I would have to depend who's
there. Or the running back from Cleveland,
Chubb.
Yeah, Chubb. I mean, would you pick Kelsey over any of those 3 guys?
Who do you have to keep again?
I got like Christian Watson and Madison. So I would be coming back with another running back or wide receiver in my next pick. But are you thinking maybe? Because I'm covered pretty well. I've already got my 4th and 5th round picks taken.
Yeah. It depends what's there, probably.
I mean,
I for sure want a receiver.
Yeah, I would.
It's got to be a guy that's catching the
ball. But
I
don't know if I want Diggs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more I'd pick Adams before Diggs right now, I think. I don't know. I've had Diggs for years and Adams.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just a question,
No, yeah, I don't know. It's tough because I mean, gives you a tight end for sure,
and it gives you the best tight end. It's almost like another receiver, so you
could actually draft a tight end, another one, and put him at the flex.
Yeah,
Kelsey. So
later.
Kelsey can do a flex too.
Yeah. So I mean, I already got my number 3 receiver and my number 2 running back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just a strategy.
Mm-hmm. So you're talking about receivers. So let's talk about receivers. Yeah. Obviously, consensus top 2 are Jefferson and Chase. I don't think we're gonna argue about that. I don't think. I think we're fine with
I mean-
Chase and Jefferson.
I
think.
mean, I've heard somebody mention Cup in there, but it's like he's coming off injury.
Yeah,
We don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, then
He
after
could be.
So if you had to pick 3 after that, who would you pick then? If
Well, Cup would be one of them.
Okay.
Tyreek.
Mm-hmm.
See, now it's like gets down to like Diggs, AJ Brown, and Devontae Adams. I'd go AJ Brown. I might go AJ Brown at 8 even. Would you think? Is that
AJ
too
Brown,
high?
Yeah. No, I mean he's
Great offense. They got
gets the
better
ball.
running game now. So
Yeah. I like all those guys. Cup, Tyreek, obviously. Kind of like St. Brown still, just because what he does with the ball when he gets, he's kind of like a poor man's Tyreek in a little bit. He's not as big, but he's still. CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb.
Adams, obviously, there's a lot of guys.
Those guys are all like in that same group right there. That whole there's about 5 of them.
Yeah, the production changes a little bit, but after the top 2 or 3, if you have a top 2 or 3, the production will depend on any of those guys could put up top number 1 receiving numbers, most possibly.
Yeah, they got Diggs up there quite a ways, but I don't know. I've had Diggs before. He does have huge games too, and then he disappears again too. That's a weird offense because, the touchdowns are all going to the quarterback almost.
Yeah, it's tough. But who would you pick as a sleeper this year at receiver if you had to find one? I've got one, obviously, and I've talked about
sleeper
on the show.
You know what? Calvin Ridley.
Oh, really? That's good. That's a great pick. He could be a top 5. Yeah, that's a great pick. Mine is Garrett Wilson. I think he'll be a top 5 receiver this year. I think he'll pop in there and he'll be.
And he might be right in with that same group that we were just talking about. He could probably be in there.
He maybe could probably end up with a top 3 fantasy number, top 4 if he just stays healthy in the offense. But like I say every week we do a show, I don't like saying stay healthy because you don't do fantasy going.
No.
Well, Jefferson might get hurt, so I better not pick him.
Yeah, I better not pick Trout, or Ohtani because they could blow their arm. Whatever.
Yes, you never draft people by injury chances. It's just a chance you take. It's gambling. It is what it is.
But yeah, you know what? Like I said, I'm sitting at 8, so I would be at 8 and probably 16. Just say I could go Kelsey and then come back with a Lamb, Wilson, or St. Brown.
Yeah.
So it might not be a bad move.
Yeah, Kelsey will be there, I'm sure. Well, who knows that? Who knows?
And if you pick somebody, say like Wilson, or they could be.
And you're at 8,
8 and 16. Then so would be my next pick.
I was gonna say unless he slips by, but I'm at 6, and
you're not picking Garrett Wilson at 6 though.
No, Chase and Jefferson aren't getting by me if they're there.
So the only ones
I'm taking one of them.
You got Ty.
I was saying if like one of them slipped to you, I'd probably take Jefferson or Chase instantly, obviously over Kelsey for sure.
Oh, they're not slipping that far.
But
there's no way.
They might not even get to me.
They're not going to get to you at 5 or 6.
6.
Yeah, you're not going to get either.
So I'll probably take the top running back that's left probably at that point.
We're going to find out who that is.
Oh yeah,
in our next segment.
There you go. Segue.
Yeah, so I mean, I like Garrett Wilson too. I mean, Waddle, but he's a number 2, which is in Devonta Smith too.
Yeah,
Olave. He's gonna have who's his quarterback right now? It's
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. So
Derek Carr's not. People like to make, but I think
he had a good year with Adams.
He's gonna get the ball to him.
Yeah,
he's gonna get the ball to the guys that are open. And Olave had a solid game last year with all different.
I've got a guy that could be a what's the other one when they where they do bad?
Bust.
A bust. That's the one I'm looking for, the bust.
Oh, good call. Let's do a bust. I forgot about that.
Tight end, you don't really worry about. Everybody's a bust.
Okay, wide receiver bust. Okay.
Debo Samuel.
That's a good one.
Because, I mean, that offense just got too many weapons. And with if McCaffrey goes down, he could really pick it up. But, again, you can't bet injuries.
Yeah.
And I think do you see his running number? He got hardly had any rushes after McCaffrey got there. It was very few.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's my pick to bust.
I'm going to go with based on their offense because who knows what their offense is going to do this year because they weren't very good last year, although they didn't have their quarterback most year. I guess it's tough because if Stafford plays, I don't think he would be, but I'm going to go with Kupp maybe. Just because with his injury, maybe is he becoming Adam Thielen now all of a sudden?
Right.
And that's
because he's a white guy. Well, I know what you're going to.
Or he's becoming that guy all of a sudden. He was great, and all of a sudden, and now he's like this. Now he's number 2 or 3 maybe if he's lucky.
Yeah.
It's
possible.
But I do like Kupp.
But he just had one of the best years in the history of the NFL. I mean, wasn't he triple, what they call it, the Triple Crown?
Yeah, almost he had it, right?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Most catches, yards, and touchdowns.
He might have, yeah. But he was the MVP, wasn't he, in the Super Bowl? The one they won?
I don't remember.
Because Stafford wasn't. I thought he should have been. Maybe Kupp ended up being the MVP of that Super Bowl.
Yeah, he might have. Yeah, I think you're all right.
So he was the MVP a few years ago of the Super Bowl. So, like I said, this is one of those top guys. And another guy I can maybe say bust maybe too is a guy I kind of just said might have a good year is St. Brown. Could be another guy. You don't know what's going to happen there, but that team is
because they have
is built to win.
They have to win this. It's going to be this year and next year.
Yeah,
they have to.
Yeah, they're playing pretty well. They're should be a good team. So those are a couple guys I would say there maybe.
Let's see who else we got down the list. I mean, Terry McLaurin. I don't know about that with that team.
Yeah,
he's not even. He's still the number one, but they got Jahan Dotson too.
Dotson
so that I mean, he's a pretty far back.
And the last preseason game, Howell started and had a pretty good game, and I think Dotson got most of the targets in that preseason game.
I mean, I'm looking here, and Addison, who's a rookie, is predicted to do better than Michael Thomas, Brendan Cooks, Pittman, Cortland Sutton. I mean, those are some pretty big names from the past, and
yeah.
So,
yeah, we'll see. So let's go to the running backs and let's talk about them for a second. So running backs, obviously, I think McCaffrey is the clear-cut number one, I'm guessing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, he will be up there. They got Eckler up here also.
Right.
And then you kind of get some difference of opinions here, a few. I've done it before and it's worked out, except 1 year was okay. Didn't work out great for me, but I'm a big fan of rookie running backs. I have no problem taking one in the first round. The one I was not great was Hilaire, but my team was good enough after that where they were decent. It was in Benny's league. Actually, I took Hilaire, but I have no problem. Bijan Robinson is 3 on a lot of these lists I've gotten.
Yeah, with the no questions. I mean, people are very confident.
And Bijan Robinson might be a guy I might take at number 6 just because I want to take I don't mind doing that. I mean, I don't want the same guys in every single league I'm in. Number one, although he would have.
And it's fun. It's fun to watch more players.
Yeah. It's cool.
The guy at number 4 that's probably going to be at number 4 is a guy I might be picking at that 8 spot too. Is Saquon. Another guy that went huge in his rookie year.
And I like him to be. I actually like Saquon maybe above Eckler and Bijan Robinson. I don't know. He had a great year last year. I mean, what's changed? I mean, he's there. He didn't leave. I mean,
if somebody like say Mahomes or one of those guys gets picked, I should have a shot at Barkley. I would guess.
Yeah,
it's going to be close.
Oh yeah. It's
going to be either him or like Bijan, like you're saying. I mean, which is probably a better pick than Kelsey, even though Kelsey's going to put up huge numbers as a tight end. But you can't. I mean, there's only so many of the big running backs.
Yeah. And I see kind of Pollard and Jacobs being mixed in here.
Yeah.
And then that's the top 5 kind of. I mean, if you mix them in, anybody else you think should pop in there? I mean,
Chubb.
We're not talking about Henry much either. Henry's a guy that's going to get a bell cow guy.
That guy's been a monster for his whole career.
He's had a lot of carries on him, but until he shows anywhere in terror, I mean, you can't really take him out of there. I mean,
and then we got so there's a couple here. You got Henry at like 6 or 8 somewhere in there. He's been a monster his whole career. You got James Taylor, sweet baby James, or Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. My fault. I only had a J here. So. They got him out of the top 10, and that guy was he was a world beater 2 years ago. I mean, but he's got all kinds of problems going right now. And I did just trade for him in a league.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it was a shot in the dark.
When it comes down to it, he'll play.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's not going to play because, I mean, missing out on the money, I guess, is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And
now when you're a rookie or you're still on a rookie contract, you can't be missing money games.
And I believe he's healthy. I don't think the health is the issue at this point. I don't think it is. They haven't said that. He just isn't. He's on a PUP list now. Don't know how long it's going to last. And I mean, like we talked about a few squad. I don't know if the PUP list can be lifted any time or now that he's got to stay until week 3 now. I don't know how that works.
I thought it was 2 or 3.
Well, Claypool was on the PUP list to start preseason, and like a day after they took him off, or not preseason, training camp. Like 2 days in the camp, they took him off. I don't know if there's a window in the first couple weeks. Maybe when the game started, you can. I have no idea how the PUP work. I should have looked into it.
Yeah, it's kind of like that salary cap thing. You might as well just put shit in a bucket and pull it out and see what you got.
Yeah.
I have no idea how it works.
Yeah.
We do a sports podcast. I don't know if you've heard it. It's called the Basement Benchwarmers.
Oh, I might have to listen to that.
Yeah, I have no idea how the salary cap or the pup list works. And the other one I is in baseball. It used to be the waiver wire in baseball, but now they fixed that. Remember that? You could do a waiver trade. Like, where the hell did that trade come? The trade deadline was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't.
Next thing you know, Mike Trout's on the Yankees. It's like, how did that happen?
Mike Trout's on the Yankees. Yeah,
it's like a waiver trade.
Yeah,
like he cleared waivers for 29 teams.
Nobody wanted Trout.
Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what do you got out of the top 10 of guys you think? I mean, I see some names in the next 10 because there's a lot of running backs, no question. I mean, in that next group of 10, who do you think's being under?
I like a ton, just because what he gets for number carries. I know the team's not the best, but I like him a lot. Is Pierce.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
Pierce gets a lot of carries, and I'm not saying he's he's a first round or second round pick. I think he is he'd be a nice like third or fourth rounder maybe if you're at that point and you're like, yeah, I need a back, or you went with you did go tight end, receiver, quarterback, and I'm looking for a back. I think Pierce is good enough to be a guy that can carry your running backs at that position. I
mean, I'm looking at this list on CBS, and they got him as a fourth rounder, early fourth round.
Yeah. And I do like him. And
J-Mar Gibbs is ahead of him.
Yeah, Gibbs. Well, Gibbs. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there because with him and Montgomery, Montgomery's not even. Yeah, Gibbs is ahead of Montgomery on here. So
I'm going to be honest. That J-Mar Gibbs, I'm not for this year for fantasy. I mean, if you're in a keeper league, yeah, but I mean, I just had Swift for like 4 years, and how they use running backs there. It doesn't. He might be only a third down throwing back.
That's what I'm thinking. He might be getting a lot of catches. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he could get 5-6 catches a game, maybe, and get you 60 yards, 70 yards. Could be a good. If he does that, he's a good third receiver.
Oh yeah,
or flex.
He'd be your flex.
Or maybe it's a weak number 2 running back or a flex. Yeah. And if you're a 3 running back league, he'd be a great third running back.
I mean, they got Aaron Jones out of the top 10. I mean, that guy's had a career.
It's the same thing probably with him.
He's always.
They don't know with him and.
I think he's always underappreciated though.
Yeah, well, he's been ranked in the top 5 before. But I think this year, which they should be ranked this year because you think they're going to run the ball a little more.
They ain't going to be able to throw it.
But I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Well, we'll see. Maybe Jordan Love's a top 5 quarterback. We haven't got that far yet.
I don't know. Jones is here. Yeah, 14. That's crazy.
I mean, I haven't. One of these other guys I have. I mean, is
although Jones's carries went down last year.
Yeah, they
weird.
did.
It was,
and he didn't get thrown to as much either.
Yeah, which you think
because Rodgers threw deep every play,
Yeah.
which we've talked about. So the next ones I think are a little. We got a group here: Madison, Ken Walker, and Breece Hall. Right at 20. I think all those guys are pretty solid.
Breece Hall is going to be a tough situation too with Dalvin Cook now.
Yep.
I think Cook. I don't know. A couple of people I've talked to think Breece Hall is going to be a starter when he's healthy. Well, he's back. I watched Hard Knocks the other night. He's back.
He's good.
But I don't know. I think it's going to be a 60-40 split, and I think Dalvin Cook gets it unless he gets injured. But with 60-40 isn't great either. That's not great for your number one.
No, that's not good at all.
So
you want like a 78% guy or above.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook, if they do that, he's more of a number 2 running back.
What do you think about Madison and Walker?
Madison, I think, is gonna have a good year. I mean, if he's doing some kind of odd, like he's undisclosed injury, but he's been trained. So I don't know what the deal with him is.
But he's taken over for Dalvin Cook, who's had huge numbers, and when Madison has been the starter, he's had huge numbers.
And Walker from Seattle,
yeah,
I like him a ton.
I know, I do too, and he's sitting way back here.
Yeah, I don't know what. I have no idea.
And Kamara, they got way back.
Yeah, he'll miss the first 3 games.
That's right. He's got that might be the reason.
But still, I mean,
Kamara was
he's missed 3 weeks. So yeah, I don't know because they do have another back there too. They drafted.
I know. A friend of the show likes James Cook at Buffalo.
Yeah, Cook I like too. I'm a fan of Cook.
That's again. You don't get the touchdowns a lot. I mean,
but the Cook is also they got another back there, and it's not Singletary. He left.
Yeah, Singletary's gone, and they brought in.
They have that Cook.
They brought it. We talked about this, and I knew who it was the last time. Now I've already forgot.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot of backs on here. I mean, you got Herbert,
and a lot of good backs.
Herbert at 31. Swift, who should be the starter in Phillies, at 32.
Yeah, got Swift. Well, yeah, because Sanders is gone now.
Oh.
Again, Sanders, another guy that's ranking up there ahead of Dalvin Cook, Swift, Herbert, Pacheco. He's ranking above Miles Sanders. I mean, he's decent. I don't know if I see that either.
It's kind of crazy.
Dobbins is in there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough team again, because now with Lamar Jackson back.
Yeah.
That I'll tell you what, the two toughest. I mean, there's a few besides. I mean, obviously New England, because it's a crapshoot in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo's tough.
Yep.
They got good players. They don't. It's weird. They don't score great in fantasy.
Yeah.
They'll have huge games, and then who's that guy last year? Caught like 3 or 4 touchdowns in the one game.
Gabe Davis.
Yeah, Carlos Danger. I don't even know what his name is.
He had a couple of good games during the year, but also, it's not one of those things that it's up and down.
So you got that, and then anything in Baltimore.
Baltimore's the same way. I just not sold on. We did our thing on the whole Flowers thing. I mean, they got him for cheap in that rookie draft, but they've drafted young receivers like 3 times in the last 6 years, and every time the guy Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: Hollywood Brown and Lamar Jackson were buddies.
Yeah.
And he wanted out.
Yeah. Because he can't get the ball.
I mean, I'm telling you, Hollywood Brown's a good receiver. I don't know if he's good as Flowers, but I'm just saying, Hollywood Brown was a good receiver. When he's healthy, he's a solid receiver.
How bad is it when you want who's the Arizona quarterback?
Kyler Murray? Yeah, you want Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray throwing to you instead of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, I'm going to tell you what, Kyler Murray, I've had him for years in a keeper dynasty. He did it like 3 years in a row. The first like 5 or 6 games of the season, he was the best quarterback in the NFL. And then he ended up like 18th every year. He would drop off that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have just drafted a backup quarterback. And then after the first 4 or 5 games, get rid of him and, put this other guy in, because I would have won every year.
Yeah.
Murray put up just monster numbers, 40-some points a game. For like first 4 games.
Yeah.
And then gone.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he just doesn't have he can't play a whole year, and last year was just terrible.
I think he's kind of in that where he doesn't read the book. The playbook, and
he gets by with what he can do
yeah,
athletically.
And then they start adjusting, and every year is an adjustment to start the year.
Playing better teams and
then they figure out what you have after a couple games and what you're doing in
about week 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, and then you're still running the same 8 plays every time, and it's I don't know. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree though. It's weird like that. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. So how about the big position? And it depends what kind of league you're in, because quarterbacks are usually aren't usually drafted high.
No.
But some are. So what do you like at number 1? Are you a Mahomes guy?
I think everybody is.
Okay.
Aren't they? Are you?
Yeah. I
mean, it's the safest bet too.
Yeah, I agree. He is. And then the second one, I'll talk about the next few positions. I'm seeing Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts here.
Mm-hmm.
Allen is 2, and then flipped is Hurts and him. So basically, then they got Lamar Jackson at 4 with Burrow, one guy has, and then they got Fields all across the board at 5.
Really?
And then Burrow at 6.
So Fields ahead of Herbert and everyone.
Fields is it's weird. Only 2 guys that are in the same spot across the board are Pat Mahomes and Justin Fields. He's 1.
Yeah.
And Fields is 5. But everyone else, I'm saying that they all agreed on. Then they were all mixed up in between their guys higher. But I would probably lean on Herbert over, and Burrow. I'd take Herbert and Burrow over Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I would. And I would take Jackson and Fields somewhere after that, just because, I mean, you're looking at the
and
I'd probably take Jackson
Fields,
ahead of Fields.
Both those guys too. You got Jackson and Fields. Like you said, you don't like to talk about injuries, but they're a lot more susceptible as much as they get hit.
Yeah.
They're going to get hit a lot.
Well,
they're essentially a running back.
Well, then Hurts should be brought down, because Hurts actually ran the ball more than Fields last year.
I agree.
So I mean,
I don't know if Hurts should be
Allen
up there.
too.
Yeah, and
But
Allen runs some dangerous, but
Allen,
he's a monster.
When he runs, though, it's funny how he runs. He runs straight forward, head down, and he gets the corners.
Yeah,
when he gets the corner and runs that little play, and start trying
and
break tackles.
And who's the quarterback that's hurt right now? Burrow.
But he does, yeah. That's funny.
So it's true.
Mahomes kind of moves a little bit. Allen hurts. Got his hurt. The pocket quarterback.
Yeah.
He pulled his calf running. Yes,
smoking a cigar.
He's an old school quarterback. I like it.
Yeah, it's like Bernie Kosar, you know.
But Allen though, he's just every time he gets the ball, it gets to a collision and he's shouldered down and goes forward. Yeah, there's not very rarely is there stuff in his legs
size
and stuff.
Thing.
Yeah, but very rarely does they have a bunch of stuff happening around his legs, like where Hurts and Fields especially and Fields especially will try to get out of stuff. And that's where you get grabbed and get twisted funny, and that's when that stuff happens. And not even a knee, hurt your back or something.
Right,
like that.
You're getting pulled down from behind.
Yeah, so instead of just taking your 10 or 12-yard gain, trying to make it 14, that's where you get hurt.
All I know is I've been to games and seen Fields just run around guys, kind of like what we saw Lamar Jackson do when he was young. Yeah, and I mean, we saw him run a long one last year. I don't remember which game. What was it, the Niner game or?
Yeah, Niner. He had a long one.
He just got away, and it's
and that's the thing though. They got to become better. I think Lamar Jackson too. He's the MVP, but he was an okay passer.
Has he won a playoff game yet?
I don't think so. They lost a game in Tennessee that year. They were the number 1 seed.
I don't think he's won a playoff game yet.
I don't know because that's the only. Then he was no.
Which I mean, you still got to get to the playoffs, but
yeah, and he got there, and I mean, I get it.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is considered a great, and he barely wins any playoff games.
And back when they made the playoffs that one year, I think Pittsburgh, the division was pretty good. Yeah, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati were both pretty decent that year. So
yeah,
I mean, he beat some good teams. I mean, in Pittsburgh, when you're playing Pittsburgh, it's the Pittsburgh Baltimore games. It doesn't matter what you do; it's all thrown out the window. It just becomes a bunch of people punching each other for 3 hours. So.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you.
You like Fields to be better this year than last year? I mean, he's got more weapons. I
believe so. We'll see. I mean, it's just got to see what he's done. I mean, it's going to happen when the real lights come on because the preseason had a couple of good games. His last game was okay. He only threw like 5 passes, and it was a weird game. So, or maybe 6. I don't know I don't remember. I didn't watch any of it.
So let's get down to that next section.
Yeah,
guys that we're kind of taking a crapshoot, hoping they're going to be a top 5.
Well, I think a guy. I mean, I know we're down a little lower, but I think a guy like Trevor Lawrence is good value.
I agree.
I think he's great. Oh, hey, actually, no, he's not across the board either. I thought he was across the board.
And I would take Deshaun Watson if I was trying to get a tugger behind a building or something. But yeah, I mean,
I do. I'm trying to think of what's in here. I'm seeing this list.
So you got Kirk Cousins. He's probably going to be at least similar to last year. He's got more weapon. Well, he's got more weapon. No, he's about the same.
Added Jordan Addison.
Which could be a better weapon than Thielen for sure.
Yep.
If he can run his routes.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. I thought he was going to be here tonight.
No, not yet. Not yet. He'll be here soon. Aaron Rodgers is 16 across the board on my list. I think he's a sleeper type guy this year. I really do. Well, let me change that. I mean, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been really a great fantasy quarterback in a lot of years.
Yeah, even his MVP years.
Yeah. He won the MVP because he had a good numbers, but they also played really well.
Well, he's winning in the NFL because he's getting wins and not throwing picks.
Yeah,
still throwing a bunch of touchdowns, but in fantasy, it's not. He's just good.
But I think he'll be a candidate for MVP possibly this year. But I could see him taking him higher than 16. I think that because his weapons.
Well, that's a backup in fantasy.
Yeah, I mean 16.
Do you think he's a backup in fantasy?
No. Well,
close.
I don't know. I guess. Well, they got Anthony Richardson and Tua. I take Rodgers over Anthony Richardson.
I would take him over Tua. I would take him over Tua as well because again,
Tua, I'm going to talk injury with Tua.
There's an injury thing for sure in that. That's different.
He scares you away because if he gets in the head one more time, he's going to be done football.
Exactly right. That's not a broken knee or This is if he takes a Josh Allen collision going into the end zone, his career's over.
Yeah, they're going to make him retire. They're going to.
Well, he's going to be just sitting out there like, he's going to be seriously.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, I'm bet that's where I was going next too. I was working my way there.
But yeah, I would take him. And Anthony Richardson, I mean, I don't know with Richardson.
It's gonna be quarterback doofy.
I mean, Daniel Jones is right there. Daniel Jones had a good year last year.
Would you put Daniel Jones behind Richardson? No. I mean, Richardson's is a crapshoot.
This guy's the only guy that has Richardson that high, though. He has him at 9. Nobody else has him that high, so maybe it's just him.
I mean, yeah, my list is showing 15.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm missing it here. Richardson's ranked 9, 8. Wow.
Yeah, I got him at 15 where I'm at here on a draft. I'm looking at average fantasy drafts.
ADP or whatever. Yeah. So
I mean, you're looking at Richardson ahead of Geno Smith, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's amazing to me because he was so good for so long.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, now you're talking to me.
Stafford.
I'm not probably taking Richardson my start as my number 1 quarterback, but maybe later in the round I'll throw him in there. Okay, if he's there, I'll take him. Maybe if he explodes, you have him.
Yeah,
and that'd be a great dynasty late pick. Maybe.
Well, he's essentially there's a few picks like that. You got, I mean, they got Purdy listed ahead of Stafford and Kyler Murray, and I don't see that. I don't see Purdy at all.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, with quarterbacks, though, you're not.
I mean, you got a group down here too at the, like you said, like your hope a guy explodes. So they got Richardson. To me, he's not a good pick because they're ranking him way too high.
Yeah.
But there's guys like, say, Pickett, Love, Bryce Young. Where's the other? Who's the other guy that just got the number 1 job today? CJ Stroud.
Stroud.
He's not even in the top 25 here.
Sam Howell's on a couple of these.
Yeah, I mean, those are to me, those are guys you take a $1 shot at or a pick late in the thing.
Oh yeah.
Because any one of them could explode. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt any of them are going to, but there's always that chance it's the next Jalen Hurts or the next Mahomes.
So I got a question for you. How is Trey Lance on here? He's listed for Dallas. Oh, maybe they don't have. They got Purdy on here too. They only got 32 quarterbacks taken on this list. So who's not listed on here as a starting quarterback for one team? That's interesting to me. I should dig deep. I don't know. I don't know what team doesn't have a quarterback on here. It's weird. That is weird, isn't it? Because there's 32 teams, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so they got two quarterbacks from Dallas on here, and Purdy's on here. So it's not like they had him on here over Purdy before he got traded. So I don't know, because you did. Yeah, I'm sorry, we didn't talk about that. Trey Lance did get traded to the Cowboys this past week, for a 4th round pick, I believe it was. So Trey Lance is no longer with he lost the number 2 job to Sam Darnold. So interesting. So
yeah, but you've talked about that. I mean, and first of all, what did they get back for him?
4th
rounder.
Yeah.
So they invested how many 1st round picks to move up to get him?
It was a few.
Yeah,
it was a few. And
to put him on the bench, he played 2 games.
Yeah,
and then.
Yeah. But
again, you're paying nothing for a backup quarterback too.
I have to give credit to organizations that just say, and that is a tip. That is a.
I mean, Arizona did it with Kyler Murray after they drafted Rosen. Seattle did it with Russell Wilson after they signed that guy to the I can't think, Matt Flynn, to the big contract.
Yeah. I mean, when teams do that, I think you have to.
Yeah.
You can't go, well, we traded away all the stuff for this guy, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It was a bad pick. And I don't know, was it really a bad pick? I mean, you traded for 4th round pick, but you got a 4th round pick. That's a pretty high pick in the NFL at this point. I think it is. So that's good to get.
Could be a starting player in a year.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, you didn't really give him enough. I don't know.
No, he hasn't had a chance to play.
Yeah, that's the thing. He hasn't really been in game situations yet. He's been in one and got hurt right away. So I don't know. So.
What is he? He's still on a rookie. No, he signed he signed a contract, right? Trey Lance.
Yeah, no rookie contract.
He's still on a rookie contract. I thought he signed an extension or something
last year. I'm asking, do the basement worms on anything from Culver's?
Oh
shit, yeah. I didn't eat dinner.
That's going on a clip show.
He said, "Shit, yeah,
yeah,
yeah."
Money on me.
No, why? I can get it. I'll just pay. Just get it. And I'll pay you back. I owe you money for that other stuff. Remind me.
Yes.
He'll get it. We'll get it. Yeah.
All right. Double deluxe.
Oh, food too?
Yeah.
Oh,
what
okay.
Were you getting? What were you?
I'm getting ice cream, but I'll get food. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
You don't mind?
Yeah, I don't care. No. Yeah.
Okay. Let's. I'll take. I'll just text what we want.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just text me.
Yeah. I just thought I don't have any cash on me.
That's fine. You can. You got his number, right?
Yeah.
Text him your order.
Oh yeah. I text pictures to him all the time in my purple Crocs.
He always tells me. He's like, I always text Ed, car chase.
Yeah, we got a car chase thread going now. Well, he was over at the soccer game, so I'm a car chase because it sounded like it was coming from the the soccer area, but it came around there.
Oh,
which is dangerous as shit.
Oh, it was during our soccer
This was
tournament?
on Saturday at probably like 11
in the morning.
Yeah, well, no, because I was already home, so it's probably a little after that. So probably like 1. I was out in the yard, I was working on the chicken coop, and I could hear it coming. You could hear the cops coming, and then we're on that curved road.
Yeah,
but there's a straightaway, and then it curves again.
Yeah,
and you'll hear them coming, and the cops are coming, and all of a sudden you hear the car, and all of a sudden you hear because they'll get up to like 80 to 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
and then they got to lock it up before they hit the bike trail and kill 10 people. But you got a soccer tournament, you got a bike trail there, and a really tough curve there.
Yeah,
and they're coming in at 80 to 100.
Really?
I was talking to a cop today, and he goes, "Yeah, we're having like every 3 days. They're running back to Illinois every time." I was like, "I'm gonna get spike strips for my neighborhood. It'd be fun. Just stand down every weekend, just spike strips."
That's so fun.
Right into the cemetery. We'll just dig a hole for them and bury them right there.
Your strips in your garage and close the door.
Pull them back in. Yeah. That would be awesome.
Launch them out there like they're fish, like a fishing line, and then set them.
That would be awesome.
Just reel it back in and go back in the house.
I got another Kia. That's 6. I'll have stamps on the garage door like a Kia's.
You'll have fenders, like instead of mounts, you'll have fenders.
Yeah, in my trophy room, like Bo Jackson.
Yeah,
you know, that's awesome.
So that's all the quarterbacks I think we have, right?
Yeah, it says Kyler Murray's still on a pup list, so I don't know who's the quarterback down there. Is it I
can't remember who they got.
I was gonna say Couch, but it's not.
No,
some old timer.
It might be. I don't remember.
I don't either. But I just saw that. I was just going through the quarterbacks, so he's still on the pup list. But so he's gonna miss the best games of his season.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
that's the fantasy stuff. Oh, defense and kickers. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going with kicker.
I'm going with this guy.
It's going to be Robbie Gould or Mason Crosby, 2 guys that aren't even on. Oh, that's a good one. Are either one of those guys going to get picked up? Mason Crosby, Robbie Gould, 2 legends.
I think Robbie Gould's going back to San Fran because the kicker's having trouble there.
Okay.
Mason Crosby will be probably picked up in the training camp. Someone will want
by the Jets.
Possibly.
It would be awesome.
That would be great.
I just thought of it.
That would be great. That would be great. So fantasy football starting for a lot of people. I have a draft later tonight. But let's talk about what else you got, Ed. You got anything else out there? I know you got a few things you want to talk about this week.
Let me look up some stuff here. You know what? I do have a new segment. If we can ever get started, it's called "What's Older, Willie?" or like. So, for example, we'll do this though when all the guys get here. So, who's older, Willie or Gatorade?
I'm gonna guess Willie is.
Willie is older than Gatorade.
Okay.
So stuff like that.
Cool. Gatorade was it? You know when was invented? Gatorade
65.
Oh, I was gonna guess.
Oh, that's
the new part of the game. That's how you can get extra points.
Ooh, let's do that.
If you guess it's older, if you get it right, you can piggyback extra points by guessing the year the thing you asked was invented.
Oh, this is okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw something. Let's try one real quick here. Willie or the Wonder Bra?
Willie or the Wonder Bra? Oh, we talked about that. I'm gonna say the one. Willie's older.
Willie's older. What year was the Wonder Bra?
Wonder Bra, I'm gonna say 1984.
Nope, not even close.
What is it?
64.
Wow,
so pretty close to Willie. It was real close.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix some in that are a little wilder than these. So I got to just look. I haven't really had a lot of time, but I picked about 30 of them.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna get some that are so not obvious that it'll be like, what the hell?
Go ahead.
Like so.
Yep. Give me a couple more.
Okay, let's do let's see here. I'm trying to find some that would be tough here. Willie or solar panels?
Willie or solar? I'm gonna say solar panels are older.
Solar panels are older.
Okay. I'm gonna say they were invented in 1947.
Close, 54.
Okay.
So yeah. So
Solar
right after the war, when
solar
all
panel,
that
that's
stuff,
what I was thinking.
There's going to be a group of inventions right after the war.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I was guessing solar panels would be older.
Yeah. And there's a lot of foods and stuff I got now. I got to go through some more stuff, but I'm working on this. So I thought it would be a good segment.
Yeah.
And we'll go back to those because you're going to forget them by the time we actually get this out there.
Don't forget to touch Jace.
Oh, yeah, Jace. Yeah, I'm starving. Oh, geez. Jace, here's a picture of my... Oh, wait, no.
I think I just want some fries. I don't know. I don't want to undervalue what I want, fries.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I'm gonna get a burger.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I got mine.
Keith Rash.
Oh, I'd answer it.
Should I answer it?
Yeah, let's answer it on the line.
Hey, Keith, just so you know, you're live on the podcast. So
You're on the Basement Benchwarmers podcast.
So go ahead, shoot. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
You gotta go. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead now.
We're good?
Yeah, you're on the podcast.
I'm on the podcast. That's my first time. Did I win something?
Yeah, I'll get you a hat.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Now you're off the podcast.
I've always wanted one. Can you autograph it too?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can autograph anything you want.
Oh, fuck yeah. Now we're talking. I was just making sure I know you play in a dozen leagues, so just remember the specifics of this league.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, it's
Yeah, I noticed on the side three receivers. We got a flex tight end, 2 running backs.
Yep.
And that's the 3 receiver thing. I knew your league, but I said it's on the side of the roster. I just saw it after I texted it, so I saw it.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool. Yep. So yeah, I mean, quarterback touchdowns are 5. Everything else is 6.
Okay.
All the other stuff is the same, and I mean, we always just square up the money and shit later, so we're all good.
Yep, we're good.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Any problems throughout, just text the thread. Hopefully everyone's not talking about baseball, so.
Yeah, exactly.
And just the last thing is fuck the Cubs and go Brewers.
Okay, well,
it's working out for you.
Yeah, it's perfect.
There we go. So,
hey,
all right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Take it easy, Keith.
Bye.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Oh, that guy was. What a potty mouth of that motherfucker.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay. So where were you?
I was dreaming about my burger.
That's right. We were ordering food from Jace. The Willie or Older segment will be a good one. I like it. And I got some theme music for that.
Oh yeah. Older than Willie.
Yeah.
It's got to be something from like the 40s,
I could take that one. What's that one?
The Glenn Miller one. Da 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 da. No, we can't. We get busted for that.
Da, 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 yeah.
Yeah, we can't. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
We got to do something that's non-proprietary or whatever they say.
How about what's that one? Just make it like with a guitar or something. Well, it's older than like a punk rock song, something like that.
Well, what we got to get is that Chat GPT or whatever, the AI, because you can do. Like I said, I've heard segments now on the radio of Snoop Dogg doing other people's lyrics.
Really?
Oh my god, you can't even figure out what song it would be. The most common song you've ever heard.
So we can say this is the Basement Benchwarmers. You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers.
Yeah, he'd be a Basement Bench. Way better than mine. Like heavens to Murgatroyd, it's the Basement Benchwarmers.
At least it's not like Foghorn Leghorn. That's all I'm saying.
I say it's the Basement Benchwarmers.
Say it's the Basement Benchwarmers. That's awesome. That's great.
We could do any of those though. We just got to figure out how to do it because that's funny as shit.
I gotta look it up.
I even have a podcast. We could just do AI stuff and we get laughs. We get 4 people listening.
Yeah, 4. We got none right now.
We have none.
Must be a slow night. And I think more people do. It's just I don't see like all their things that are on here. It's just weird. So that's good though.
I mean, you got let's see. Spain's soccer. Have you seen this whole debacle? Where the coach or the president of the soccer comes up and kisses a girl on the lips, one of the players. Well, now this whole coaching staff's resigned. The head of their whole thing stuck up for him, and now he's got to resign. And the only guy still left is the guy that actually kissed the girl. And she said, well, it was like sexual assault. And I haven't seen the actual video. I looked for it the other day. I didn't look that hard because it's stupid international soccer. I don't really care. in women's international soccer. So what do they make? $4 an hour?
Maybe not in Spain though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They make
$4.50.
So yeah, I mean, I haven't really looked into it, but I seen the picture, and she did have her hands like, and you don't know if when they took the picture if she was like trying to stop him.
Yeah.
But her hands were like on his, like just above, his love handles, if you want to call them that. And then she says, well, it was more like sexual assault. And he, and I was like, I've never thought of going up to a girl that I didn't know and
kiss her on the lips.
Kiss her on the lips. Well, I have thought of that, but
didn't do it.
I thought of grabbing her boobies too, but it did, Yeah, I mean, but I have restraint.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
So I and who knows? Maybe he banged her last year. I don't know, but it's a weird story, and everybody's resigning because they don't want to be around him. They're like avoiding. He's like Joe Paterno all of a sudden. Like everybody's jumping out the windows to get away. Remember whatever happened to that guy in his statues?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a pretty big story. We should see more here in the next week. I'm going to guess.
I gotta look that up. I've been so out of touch with everything because I've been doing other stuff. So I gotta check that out. Because I did see some about Spain, but I just was ignoring it. So
yeah, and they did. Well, they did win the women's championship.
Yeah,
that's why he supposedly kissed her. And it's like, can you imagine that? I grabbed her boobie because I was so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Loser. I can't get it up.
Nice.
Besides that, I can't pull up this. Here we go. So I'm gonna do this like Marco. So I'm gonna go Spanish Soccer Federation President Luis Rubiales says he won't submit to calls to resign for lip kissing a player from the national team after it won the World Cup. His exact quote is, "I will not resign."
I gotta look this up with him kissing her. Okay, what?
There's pressure for him to resign.
I'm sorry. So Spanish is a coach?
Yeah, just put Spanish soccer. Yeah, it's going to be the number one story. Okay, he kissed player Jenny Hermoso on the lips without her consent while celebrating the victory, and she stated she didn't like it.
Okay.
I mean, I've been kissed by girls before and didn't like it.
Oh,
yeah,
pretty.
He's in there.
Wow, that's pretty. Like he grabs it. Did he grab the back of her head?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it, does it?
Like sides of her head, not grab the
back.
I
think he grabbed the head. But you know what? I watched the Little League World Series yesterday. Did you watch?
No, I did not.
So they were up 5-1 U.S. They bring in a relief pitcher because they have to. I think he was at 74 pitches. So they bring in a relief pitcher. His arm's hurt. He goes, "Oh, my arm's hurt." After he gives up a couple hits or walks, and he's like, "Oh, my arm hurts. I got to come out, but I want to go play first base instead." And they're like, first of all, I'm the coach. I'm like, "Okay, your arm's too hurt. Go sit in the dugout. We're gonna put somebody else out there." Yeah. So he puts him back out at first base. Next pitcher comes in, walks the guy, gives up a base hit, grand slam, ties it 5-5. Then the U.S. walks it. I don't know if they walked it off, but they hit a home run like in the 5th or 6th.
Yeah,
to win it. That guy, he's an old timer. And he's grabbing those boys and touching them. And I'm like, it's kind of creepy how he's holding their heads and like right in their face. Like, I mean, to me, it was worse than this. At least she's a grown woman. These are 12-year-old boys and he keeps touching them.
What sport was it? Little League World Series?
Little League World Series. And watch this guy. He's kind of
what country were they from?
U.S., Laguna Beach.
Oh.
But it was, to me, it seemed, I mean, he could just be innocent. He's just a very touchy guy, but these are 12-year-old boys and he's like holding their arms and rubbing their shoulders, and I'm like, but he kept grabbing like their face, like up here, up top, and I was like looking him in the face, like, hey, and I'm like,
kind of weird.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. You got to see it. You'd have noticed it though too. It was kind of creepy.
Sounds really.
I'm like, he should just kissed him on the lips. What's the worst? They would have made all his coaches resign.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that was all I have on that. He's kitchen. She didn't like it. It's unacceptable. They all stand in solidarity with this girl. So, yeah, I bet we'll find out more of this next week.
Well, that was you brought up the Spanish soccer team. They won the World Cup. Did you hear about the girl that I think the best player on Spain? I don't know her name, but she won the Golden Boot and all that stuff. The best player in the tournament and all that. Her dad died. before the game started that day. Nobody told her, and she played, and then she found out after the game her dad had passed away. So yeah, the girl. So it's crazy. I wonder if she was the one that got kissed. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, holy shit!
The cat dragged in.
What's older, Willie or the podcast?
What's this? Oh, from Jason. Okay, cool. Thanks.
That's gonna pay for our Culvers we're getting. Yeah, I got a new segment, Willie. It's called Older Than Willie. So we were going over some. It's like, what's older? And then you got to pick the year. So it's what's older, Willie or the Wonder Bra?
Willie.
Willie. What year was the Wonder Bra created? You get extra points.
I'm going to say 1982.
You said 84.
I said 84. Listen to this.
64.
Yeah.
64?
I would have thought never.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was actually a really good one because it throws you way off.
What was the name of it? Fun Bags R Us?
Floppy builders.
Jeez, why don't we just get Keith Rash back on with this potty mouth over here?
Keith Rash on it?
He called me for something. I put him on live. So
oh, did you? Oh, nice.
Because I got a draft with him in a minute.
In a minute? Okay, we got to be done. All right.
No,
what pick are you?
I'm 7 in a 10-person draft, so that's exciting.
Ed, we have a space in a draft up in Door County.
What day?
It's online.
It's online.
Oh,
I don't know what day yet. He didn't say the day, or is it? It's a day of our. It's a day of our, like at 9 o'clock or 9:30 at night of our normal Olsen draft.
$50.
$50, huh? Yeah. Oof. So you have to do 2 drafts at the same time, but I'm horrible at the Olsen one anyway.
Olsen one we're starting at 6:30 anyway. We'll be almost done by then.
Yeah, I could do it.
All right, Carl, if you're listening,
you're in it too.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, sure.
Carl's not listening. Nobody's listening. Nobody's fucking listening.
We're up now to 3.
3 people. Oh shit! I better clean it up.
Willie shows up.
The reverse.
Let me put my pants back on. Like 3 people.
Hold on a second.
It's Northern Light.
Yeah.
No, hey, because I showed up.
Yeah, Willie's here.
You know what else we haven't talked about because we've been off for a few weeks here is the Michael Orr situation.
Yeah, how crazy is that? I mean,
well, I haven't. I've heard a lot, but I haven't read the bottom line because I heard they responded to what he said.
And so he's responding that they had him in that what do they call that where like Britney Spears had it where a conservatorship.
Yep.
So he's like, well, I didn't know, and they're taking my money and this and that, and their response, which came out days later, is very damning to his accusations.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
It's
very bad. I mean, he sounds like a piece of shit after their response, and they sound actually pretty good in this whole situation because they're like, well, that's fine. We've been putting it in an account for him, all this stuff, but he knew about it. It's in his book. He actually wrote a book, and it was in there.
Holy crap!
And he's acting like he didn't know about it, and they were like, that was the only reason we did it was to get him into Mississippi State or whatever because they were alumni,
right? Yeah,
and this would get him in there at least to get him in the bottom floor because he was a walk-on, I believe.
Well, the one thing,
if I remember
place
the movie,
she didn't want him to go was to Tennessee. Remember that?
Yeah.
With what was that?
Phil Fulmer.
The one guy that voted against Michigan to win the national championship. I always remember that piece of shit.
Yeah, that's so. I mean, it just looks really bad that he all of a sudden just kind of like snapped and is doing this stuff, which he could have done in private and.
Right.
And now you find out that a lot of the stuff he said is absolutely not true.
You would thought that.
And maybe some of it is, but
we'll find out.
There's multiple things that he said that seemed like pretty big deals that were falsehoods.
Well, you can take the kid out of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't know if that's part of it, but yeah, it's bad. It's pretty ugly. It would have been in one. We didn't even do good, bad, and the ugly today.
Oh, we didn't.
We just jumped right in like we used to.
Well, we can skip it this way. You got it. You got good, bad, and ugly. You guys both got good, bad, and ugly.
Let me see if we could have talked about them more.
Well, let's do it then. Go ahead. Let's do it.
All right, Willie, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna go with the. Let me find my page here. I'm gonna go with the ugly. And my ugly is the New York Yankees.
Okay.
hopefully I didn't steal anything from you guys. They've lost each of their last 8 series played on the road. That is the team's longest road series losing streak since dropping 10 straight.
Wait. What year? 10 straight road series, right? Is that what you said?
Since
I'm going to say it's before the 20s.
You are correct.
Yeah.
1919.
Nope.
It's not going to. Are we going to go all the way in the 1800s?
You're the O's.
In the zeros?
Yeah,
like
zeros.
08, 06.
Yeah. One of those.
Jesus.
1908.
I knew it was a ways back because that's a lot of series to lose in a row.
What was their team name then? They weren't the Yankees. They were
the New York. Forget about it.
You guys can take
Americans.
You guys can each take a guess, and then I'll give you a hint.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I was gonna say the Americans, but you didn't flinch when I said that, so I'm gonna go the. Oh man, it's not the White Stockings, too, is it?
No.
There was like 20 White Stockings teams. It's like the
They're
Rough Rider. It's like
real original. Then
I was like, it's the Rough Riders in Canada. What team you want to be? We're the Rough Riders. There's already a team, and there's already a Rough Riders team. We're Rough Riders. Okay, go on.
So just imagine if they're from Scotland.
Golfers.
The Lynx.
They're not from the
Highlanders.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Because they're up in the Bronx. It's up higher ground. You guys, you haven't been to Yankee Stadium, have you?
No.
Yeah, it's you can see it's up as you're coming in. You pass we went through Harlem to get there around Central Park, and Harlem's pretty nice now. There's a lot of work being done, but you can see it's up a little higher. That's great.
Yep, and it's that's crazy, right? I mean, so does he keep his job?
Who?
Aaron Boone.
We were talking about him. We put the whole team in the hot seat.
Oh yeah,
except for Garrett Cole and Aaron Judge. We'll let Aaron Judge slide too a little bit.
Do they let him start wearing mustaches?
That's great,
right? Hey, change it up a little bit.
Oh man, what was the?
You got the. We're
okay.
We're
at the same time,
are we on bad?
Well,
we're ugly.
That's ugly to me.
Okay, ugly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, while you're doing the names, at the same time, the Cubs were in the league, and I think it might have been right before this. Do you know what the Cubs' name was?
The Chicago Staleys. No, wrong one.
Close.
Wrong team.
Rough Riders.
That would have been great. I would have felt like a jerk.
You're right.
Give it away. Yeah. The Chicago Orphans.
Oh.
Wow. Hey.
And I forget where that was, but I mean, can you imagine that team nowadays? Oh, yeah. They never do any bad names about, it's only Indians or, Native Americans or whatever.
Yeah.
Orphans pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, really. I mean, not as bad as fighting drunk Irish, but my ugly was Michael Orr. That was my ugly for today.
Okay.
So I forgot. That's why I remembered that we were doing that.
Yep. I didn't write any down, so you can. I'll just go play off you guys. If I remember thinking something, I'll pop it out. But
okay,
pop it out. Hey,
Willie, you got a bad?
I do have a bad, and this is good. This is off the sports.
That's good.
So here we go.
Don't tell Petey that because he's like, you guys don't talk enough about sports.
So there was a couple desperate for having a baby, and they were tried for 4 years, and come to find out that checked her out and she was still a virgin.
Is this in the United States?
What's in China?
Oh, well, no. Now that makes more sense. It's not. China is not as advanced as everybody thinks it is.
So the devastated couple could not understand why they could not get pregnant and were stunned when the doctor told them the actual reason. Well, they found out they were having sex the wrong way for 4 years, and the wife is still a virgin.
There is no wrong way to have sex, but go on.
The devastated couple could not understand, why they could not get pregnant. They were stunned that the doctor told them the actual reason. Obstetrician Louis Hongwei. The couple were very young. The man was 26 and the woman 24. They're very healthy, but despite being married for 4 years, they couldn't conceive. The family was giving them a lot of stress because of it. And while asking about the wife's medical history during the visit, Louis was told that the couple had sex regularly. regularly.
The tongue actions was great
That's
for
right,
the sex story.
That's it.
La, 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 la. That would might be the problem.
The wife also revealed that the experience was unusually painful for her every time, but she suffered through it in the hope of becoming pregnant. The woman's symptoms led to Dr. Lee to believe that she may have had some sort of gynecological disease.
Yeah, in her butt.
But Louise said she was shocked when an examination revealed the woman to be a virgin. Go, pray tell.
In related news, the Guinness World Record belly button size holder is one from China.
That's great.
So, according to China's Evening Post, Louise's experience led her to inspect the woman's anus.
Yeah.
It was then that the medics said to have learned that the couple had been mistakenly having anal sex for 4 years, resulting in the failure to conceive.
Mistakenly. No, honey, we're doing it right.
She gave them guidelines before they were sent home. The advice appeared to work as news of the wife's
what was the
pregnancy
first
arrived just
piece?
a few months later.
What was the first piece of advice? Wash your dick off first. Oh, shit.
So the retired doctor they were finally expecting by sending them 100 eggs and a live hen as gifts to their former hospital. 4 years of marriage, and neither husband nor wife knew how to get pregnant.
The happy story ends in that where they have a kid and they have to give away all their eggs.
Apparently.
So it went downhill. I mean, the guy was in his right in the sweet spot. He was in the anal sex it took me years to get to the anal sex stage.
As Scott's drafting his team right now, he give two shits about what we're talking about.
No, I'm listening to
funny.
Yeah. How about you? You're bad.
Oh,
I can't beat that.
No, I can't. I'm not even gonna try now. That's way too good. We talked about a little bit the Angels. Ohtani, blows his arm out, so he's not going to pitch probably next year. Trout's out again. They went all in. It didn't work. And they're what did we say? 5-6 games under 500. They're 10.5 games out of a wild card. And then Chase Silseth gets hit in the head the other day. Did you see this one?
No, I did not.
So pitcher Chase Silseth on the mound. Let's see. How did it go? Was it a pitch? It was a pitch to the plate. The catcher. So they steal. So it's okay. First and second. Pitch comes in. The guys are like stealing or something. I don't know. They're off the base. The catcher comes out, takes like 2 steps in front of the plate, throws to first as the runners are going to second and third. So it was like it was just completely irrational play. The first baseman turns and guns it across the infield trying to get the guy at third. Silseth is like running to third to like cover for some reason. He takes it right in the back of the head and down. He like stumbles around and falls down face first. Like out.
Holy shit.
He's like dazed, and it's just the Angels. I mean, they're cursed. Is Rendon even playing anymore? I mean, they spent like $1 trillion on him.
I think he's hurt too, isn't he still?
Right.
That guy's been. Remember, he got in trouble at the beginning of the season because he was like talking shit to some.
Yeah. Remember? Yeah, he went in the stands or whatever.
Yeah. That guy's. Yeah.
And then, that team is cursed.
California, it does. Some people.
Well, didn't they have a guy kill? They had a guy killed a few years back. One of their players.
Oh, that's the guy that Tyler Skaggs, right?
Wait. No, they had the other guy that was, I think, killed in either a car accident or something. Then they had Skaggs OD
because the
and the trainer was giving
him
some black tar heroin or something.
Like that.
Whatever.
Good ganja.
Wow. Yeah, so they're. I mean, they have had bad luck. I mean, bad luck and just bad results with all this talent. Yeah, so
the guy's still spending millions of dollars, right? Artie Moreno.
Yeah,
is he? Does he like own a newspaper in Mexico or something like that? Or
who knows?
I'm being honest. I can't remember. He owned something.
Oh, he may. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look him up. But yeah, what's your good?
My good. Well, I have 2 goods.
Well, we got plenty of time.
Well, I'm gonna go with Louis Lappy. Little League World Series, El Segundo.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah.
Walk-off home run. He had
Oh,
5 home runs during the Little League World Series, and is the first dinger off
That Japanese guy.
Curacao.
Oh, really?
They had not given up a home run the whole. It was so funny. They walked him up to me. Goes, well, Curacao has not given up a home run during the whole
and it was
Little League World
bomb
Series
too.
And this kid on the second pitch, he was right up there in his wheelhouse, and kabam!
He crushed it. I mean, it was long.
6-1.
There's no doubt. He throws the bat up, which was a great bat toss.
It was great. I was scared it was going to hit somebody.
Right. It was
because those kids were like running out.
Yeah.
You know?
So they were. It was 5-1 in the 5th. I was telling this earlier, and then they give up a grand slam.
That kid
they had the big kid come in to pitch, and then he's like, I was watching him, and it was bothering me because he keeps messing with his elbow and he's stretching his arm. It's like
he keeps doing
pull him.
Yeah,
just pull him. Then the coach comes out. Well, do you want to keep playing? Yeah, I want to go back to first base. I'm like, no, pull him out. You're a coach. And then they bring in this other little guy. And here's another thing that bothered me. The little guy they brought in to pitch, he had this big head of hair. What happened? Well,
he kept messing with his hat.
His hat fell off every single pitch.
Time.
It went flying in the air. I'm not even joking, like flying.
Right. It kept falling off. And this kid had like
almost like
he was wearing an 8th and an 8th hat. And he probably actually with his hair, and if it was like smushed down, he probably wore a 7th and 8th, you know.
Have you ever seen anything like that? Every single pitch, his hat would fly
off
4 or 5 feet, and you try to catch it every time.
Right. And he was more concerned about how he looked.
And then he gives up the grand slam. It was bothering me. I was like, this coach has lost control.
Well, he knows all the stars, you know.
Yeah. He knows all the stars.
Yeah, he's good friends with Kansas City third baseman George Brett.
Oh, really?
Good friends because that's where he's from, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Brett is from El Segundo or whatever.
He's friends with all these ex-major leaguers and stuff.
Did you see anything? Did you watch the interviews afterwards when they were interviewing your guy Louis Lepp or whatever his name is?
A little bit, yeah, I did.
Did you find anything alarming about the coach's actions or anything?
He's very affectionate.
Oh, so he said before.
He's like got the kid up by his face.
But this guy, he's been doing it a long time, so he's.
I said it was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know the guy,
Coach McCreepy,
Coach McFeely. Thank you, Willie. So I talked about this earlier before you got here, and I was
he was a big
yeah, he's like grabbing their faces and
he's not like
grabbing their
dentist.
shoulders.
He's not like a dentist, like the coach from Washington was a dentist. I can see him doing that. Let me get your molars.
Yeah, he was right up in their grill. I was I don't know.
He chewed gum. You know?
I mean, I don't know the guy. Maybe he's always like that, and it was.
I'm
weird.
sure it is. I mean, these kids didn't seem to be too alarmed by it.
Wow.
And his son was standing right by him. He goes, yeah. His kid,
his kid didn't play on the team, did he?
This kid got into it. No, his kid got into it. The old man got into it late in life because
he looked pretty old.
Yeah, he had a kid, probably 10 or 11 years old. I mean, he was on that team. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, my good man sues Taco Bell for false advertising. I am all in on this one. Because he was saying, I can't remember which taco it was, like the Supreme or, I don't know if I have it on here anymore. Let's see if I do have it. No, I got Jimmy Graham thing too. No, I can't. Well, anyways, they sued because when you watch a commercial or the advertisement, it shows this huge taco with meat pouring out of it. And when you get it, it's all squashed together and there's nothing even in there.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? I have to agree with this guy. Why are they allowed to do that? I mean, I can't, if I send something out that's like, I'm a 14-year-old guy looking for a 13-year-old girl. Well, their cops are all over me. There's essentially what Taco Bell's doing, but with tacos.
Yeah.
It's flagrant false advertising.
Well, you see, have you seen that new thing for Wendy's doing that breakfast thing? The size of that patty, that sausage patty is looks like a Wendy's,
looks like a
burger,
Dave's double.
A burger. It's like a square burger. I'm like, I'll eat. I want that. I guarantee when you get up there, it's not going to even be bigger than the muffin.
And you get a double. It's a good sized burger, for a fast food burger, but it doesn't look like the one in the picture. The picture, it's like it's standing up like this tall. It's like my mouth's. I'm gonna need help eating that thing. So I agree with this guy's lawsuit. And he's a lawyer. He sued a couple other places for the stuff like this earlier, but
he's into it then.
But it was something I can't remember which. It was like a Supreme something where it was squashed down, he said it has no resemblance to the ones they're putting on the advertisements.
So Ed, if you were to eat that, would you think that you might have a reason to leave lettuce and cheese behind as you eat it? Like in the back seat of a car?
I was wondering where you're going with that. So there's a story where I've spilled lettuce and cheese. I did it the other day too, because I get those Dorito Locos.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, those Loco tacos.
Eat the crap out of those?
Yeah, they fall apart. But I was drunk.
Hey now.
God, I got trivia for the show The League too. Oh, you got one more good though. So,
well, my good was Victor Hovland, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, that's a great
that
one.
guy. You know what? He was feeling the pressure. You could tell a little bit there. Then he's like, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna let your favorite golfer. You always pick that golfer every time.
I pick Hovland all the time.
No, you pick him and you pick Xander.
Yeah, and they both are good.
Yeah, they both played really well.
Oh, my ugly is the guy, the senior open guy that would 4-putted on the 17th hole to lose a tournament.
Oh,
to Vijay Singh.
And
from like within 3 feet each time away.
In Grand Blanc, Michigan at Warwick Hills. I've been there where they used to have the Buick Open. I was there when I saw Tiger for the first time back in the day.
Back in the day.
Were we going to a golf tournament or something? Somebody said
no. Liv is having it. I think it's a weekend. We're in
it's in Chicago,
Kansas City weekend though.
I
saw it today.
Kansas City,
I got an email.
I did
golf
too,
is a great thing to go see, though. I mean, you don't get to see a lot of the area, but you get in a good air. You get a good spot, and you can watch everybody come through.
I'll tell you, the only place I'd want to go anywhere is in Phoenix for the Waste Management Open on the 17th hole. Correct?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Sawgrass?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
No,
that's the one where they throw all the shit?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wasn't Jarrett there?
He went, but he was on the 17th hole. He was on the first tee box.
Loser. So what has everyone been watching on TV lately?
I watched I watched the last few weeks. I watched the Aaron Hernandez thing.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty interesting.
What was it on?
On Netflix.
Netflix. Okay.
The Johnny Manziel thing I watched.
Did you? Okay.
I just started watching BS High. It's about that Sycamore, the fake school they made up.
Really?
A few years back, and they ended up getting on ESPN and playing against the IMG Academy. Got killed.
Oh yes. Was
that good? I just started watching. I haven't gotten very deep. I've been watching the Lake Show or whatever it's called, and
I was on because we get Disney Plus now, so I get ESPN Plus.
Yeah,
which I'm not used to, and then there'll be games, and I'll click on it, and they'll be like, "It's game's over, you jerk," But
keep trying, Ed.
I've been watching like some of these 30 for 30s, and one I watched the other night was I'll give you an idea. Woo,
Ronnie Woo.
No, not Ronnie Woo.
Oh, it's that wrestler. Wrestler.
Oh, one of the greats of all time.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Woo-hoo. It was, oh my God, what a piece of shit that guy was. But one of the great wrestlers of all time.
Oh yeah, he was.
But just how he treated his kids and his family. He has a wife at home with 3 kids or whatever. And they're like, how many women do you think you slept with? Because they said he never went home alone or anything. He had to go out drinking every night, and he drank constantly. And for some reason, he's not an alcoholic.
Okay.
But they were saying, and he go, how many women do you think you slept with? He goes, I don't know, like 10,000. It's like he's married.
Him and Wilt Chamberlain, huh?
Well, I don't know if Wilt was married though. He might have been. He probably was too. Well, but it's like
nailed anything that was moved.
Great stories. They said he was like for a technical wrestler. And just how good he was, and he could just give you a look so they knew what was coming. they said he was the best. Hulk Hogan said, they were like, Hulk Hogan, you were huge in the 80s. You were the guy, they built the whole thing around. He goes, yeah, I wasn't as good as Flair. Brother. So he goes, when Flair came over to WWF, finally, he did that Royal Rumble. You remember he was new to that was his first like match.
Oh,
and he was like legend in WCW and that. And he comes over and I think he was the first guy in the Royal Rumble or one of the first guys. And he was there like for 45 minutes and he was the last guy. He won it, so they made his stamina was ridiculous. Like they said when they would practice, it was pretty. I really liked the show. So he goes to Vern Gagne and
I remember
in Minneapolis to learn because he was a football player. Was he a Packer guy too? No, that was Lex Luger was a Packer guy. So he was a college football player, Minnesota. Got kicked off the team for partying, and stuff. Just he was a maniac.
Was he on the same team with Tony Dungy?
I don't know. He would have been earlier, wouldn't he? Early 70s. He would have been probably like around 70. Yeah, right around 1970, I would guess, or 60,
that's
64 somewhere.
That's earlier than Dungy.
Yeah. So they goes in to do this training with Vern Gagne, and they would do. They did a whole bunch of like the sit up type thing, the whatever. He said it was just outrageous. Then they'd make you run up 21-story staircase. They had a building they were in, 21 stories. And then you'd run back down. Then he goes, okay, now take the guy next to you, put him over your shoulder and carry him up.
What the hell?
That was like the last thing they were doing. And they would do it to each other. And he said, I got so many cuts on my head from getting dropped and hitting stairs and stuff. Or, when you got so much weight on you, you just pass out and fall forward and hit stairs. But it was amazing what how these guys trained. And everybody's always makes fun of wrestlers, but these guys are amazing athletes, like strength wise and stamina.
Oh yeah, because they're practicing that crap all the time.
Yep.
Can you imagine getting flipped on a, it's not even like a trampoline, but it's like it's harder.
Yeah, can you imagine wrestling Chris Benoit? Oh wait, sorry.
Oh,
jeez. Sorry, too soon. Yeah, so it was a really good show though. I don't get to see a lot of those, so I finally got on that at ESPN Plus, and they got a lot of those shows.
Nice.
So apart from sports shows, I watched Hijack on Apple Plus.
I think someone told me it's pretty good.
It was good. It's good. It's kind of like you're like, okay, I figured this was going to happen. But
what's it about?
About a hijack plane.
Okay.
And a guy that is good at dealing with people. And
he's on the same flight.
He's on the same flight.
Not an interrogator. What would you say?
He just finds people's weak points, and he knows how to figure them out and talk them into. And I forget what the guy's name is, but he's really. It was interesting. I enjoyed it. It ended quicker than I thought. I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to.
How many episodes?
It was only 8.
Yeah, it's one of those 8-episode things.
Look at Jace brought us all kinds of food.
Oh, thanks, Jace.
Did you give me fries too? I put fries in flavor of the day. Oh, okay.
I only have 2 hands.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Jace.
Willie wasn't here when you took orders.
That's all right. That's right. Yeah. Give me a beer. I said, get me a beer.
Hey, do you have a water over there?
Surprise me, kid.
That's awesome. I got to come over here more often at 9 at night.
You got a burger?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he brought that for himself.
He ain't going to eat a burger.
I was starving.
He doesn't. Oh, that's right. Chicken, man.
He doesn't eat burgers?
Where's my beer?
Thank you. What is this?
Coke.
Oh.
Coke and a smile.
Probably shouldn't drink soda anymore. But
What was the flavor today?
Caramel peanut butter cup.
Ooh, caramel peanut butter cup. That sounds delicious.
I'll try it.
Thanks, Jace. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jace. Let me know how much I owe you.
Seriously, Jace, I need a beer. Do we even have beer? Just find something. It's
some upstairs and cooler upstairs.
All right.
Yeah. I'm so bad at eating fast food at night. I rarely do it.
Rarely.
I ate Domino's the other night.
Really or rarely?
Some nice guy bought me Domino's the other night.
All right. Wait, you weren't at Anderson at all this weekend?
So Tom and Carl showed up.
You all came.
Well, yeah. They were doing that. So, and I had 7 I'm gonna walk you guys right into this, but Ruby had a birthday party at our house, and 7 screaming girls.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's why you're gonna come out for sure, but you couldn't get out them. You and Carl could have came over.
We had stuff going. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, I mean, what else you have? Well, you got birthdays?
I do have birthdays.
We can do birthdays. While we're eating, you can do birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Here we go.
I got red velvet cake. Can I drink this?
Yeah. So I can go first.
Okay. Here we go. Hey, where's my walk-up song?
Oh, yeah. Let me find it.
Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is the day. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Dear someone today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm glad we don't have to pay royalties on that.
I actually found that I found that finally on the internet.
Oh, you've been playing it?
I haven't played it, but I found it. So
you know which one I heard the other day on Rock 95?
Huh.
The beer song that we use.
Oh yeah. Beer is good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beer's good. That's where I first heard it.
Oh really?
They play it like at 4:30 once in a while, or 5 or something like that. Well, yeah. Okay, Ed, you're first.
all right, Ed, here we go. I did this in honor of the empty chair over there, Eric Bradley.
Okay.
Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's the guy that plays the kid, right?
Yep.
I just saw him in another movie not too long ago. 36.
Oh, no?
Nope.
I'm going to say 42.
44.
Wow. He looks like shit.
Yes, he does. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with David Soul from Starsky and Hutch.
I'm gonna say.
I know it's right there.
69. Damn. -1.
-1.
Damn.
71.
80.
Oh man. Well, you were thinking the same thing I was then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern.
Voice of the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
And he wasn't in
he was in Home Alone as well, yes.
Lots of great movies, actually.
Yep.
A consummate professional actor.
Today is your birthday.
65.
I'm gonna say 68.
66.
Ah, we were so close.
Shania Twain.
Oh, Shania Twain. Me. Oh, she's like 52. Okay.
57.
58.
Okay.
Man, she's still. I mean, she's had a lot of work done and stuff. Man, she was hot in her prime.
Hell yeah.
Without having to do anything.
Yeah, she was very pretty. She was married.
Plus, she loved riding 4-wheelers, and
she was married to an old weirdo though.
That one guy he had a weird name too.
She's Canadian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a Canuck.
Yeah, she was in a country girl.
Jason Priestley.
Oh no, I didn't want him.
Oh shit! Who'd you end up getting?
Priest Hall.
Hey,
I think you said Priest Holmes.
I mean, he's on my.
He's killing it.
Priest Holmes is awesome.
He's on my bench, but still.
So Jason Priestley.
Jason Priestley. Yeah.
Jesus. 51.
54.
I knew he wasn't much older than us because I remember watching 90210 when we were in school.
Back to 0.
Yeah.
Back to 0. Jack Black.
Who's that, me? 56.
54.
Nice.
It's got one.
This is tougher because, man, there's not a.
You can't play off.
Yeah.
You can't play off. All right. Leanne Rhymes.
So that's me. She's younger than us, so I'm gonna say 46.
Leanne Rhymes. Oh, I'm gonna say she's 40. 40.
41.
Oh, I was gonna say 41, 21 back. God bless it.
Okay. Next would be Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know how else she was.
In fact, her birthday is today.
Say 23.
23, huh? For who? I'm sorry.
Honey Boo Boo.
She's only gonna be. Oh, I'm trying to think. 21.
18.
Okay.
I mean, I was thinking down in the teens, but I thought it was gonna be almost like a trick because I don't remember that show.
All right. Oh, here we go. That's a good one. Michael Chiklis.
The Commish.
Fantastic Four, The Shield.
Red Auerbach.
Yeah, Red Auerbach.
Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday.
He's been around for a while now. Say 62.
And who? Chickless Spirit?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 59.
Damn. 60. Cameron Diaz.
49.
Cameron Diaz. I'm gonna say she's 53.
51.
I'm not banging some old lady like her.
Yuck.
There's a good fast food burger for $9.30 at night.
Yeah.
I try to keep them all even.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
With baseball or with sports and.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
Van Morrison.
Oh.
Brown-eyed girl, right?
Oh. Yep.
Who's up?
I think it's you.
Is it me?
I
should know Van Morrison. Oh.
Whatever you say, I'm saying when you're under or over. So just,
Oh, man, this is going to stone me. And I missed it. 80.
79.
78.
Please say, you just said 79.
Yeah, man, I love Van Morrison. I listen to them all the time.
What's your favorite song?
Stone Me.
Stone Me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Cleaning Windows is awesome.
Debbie Gibson.
Debbie Gibson, huh?
Electric Youth.
Well, I think she's 51.
She's got to be right around our age. I'm gonna say 50.
53.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Went the wrong way.
That's what she said. Hey,
Amber saw her in a mall. Concert, yeah.
She was at Regency Mall.
They always do
Yeah,
those.
I don't know why they don't do them anymore.
Tiffany, there's a video. One of Tiffany's videos is her singing in the mall.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was Debbie. One of them. Yeah.
Somebody was telling me that about. I saw Tiffany, and I was like, Amber saw Debbie Gibson because I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, it's Tip, but Tiffany wasn't as big,
Yeah.
Well,
Amber
the shows. It's all those girls were doing those
and
mall shows.
You know who opened for? I think who opened for him or whatever.
Justin Timberlake.
New Kids.
New Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was before they were big.
Yeah. Barry Gibb, the only surviving BG.
Is it me?
Yeah.
74.
I'm gonna go. I'll go 75.
77.
Jeez. I was gonna go higher too. I was getting closer to 80. I was thinking, but we've been so close so far.
We're gonna go with. You guys may remember her, Linda Pearl. She was in Happy Days and she was in Matlock.
Linda Pearl.
The
the blonde?
No, time out. I'm gonna get rid of her. I'm going with Mark Harmon.
Ooh, Summer School.
That's right. Great movie.
Was he on? Was he on Flamingo? What
he was on this? Some like CI. No.
Oh, NCIS.
No, NCIS, but he was on a show before that. Was he on that show where Morgan Fairchild?
Oh yeah,
like that. What was it called? Flamingo Road? No, that was a movie. I can't remember.
I think you're right. Like
it was
sounds like that.
It was a weird show like that. Yeah.
So I'm first on this one, right?
Yep.
So he played at US. Bless you.
Thank you.
UCLA or UCLA.
UCLA. His old man was a Heisman Trophy winner for Michigan.
Yeah, and he he's married to Ricky Nelson's daughter.
Oh yeah, the one with the
one that didn't get killed in a plane crash, but yeah,
Tracy Nelson.
Tracy Nelson. And she was in that movie.
I thought she was
Square Pegs. Wasn't she in Square Pegs?
Was he married or dating Courtney Thorne Smith?
No way. Way out of his league.
Maybe it wasn't him.
No, Courtney Thorne Smith. She's still good looking.
Yeah.
That was she was according to Jim's wife.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a great show.
Way out of his league too.
It's a great show.
He kicked his coverage.
Yeah. So okay, so Mark Harmon. So he was at UCLA and I want to say it was like 1970 or 71. Oh, so he's probably 22. That's 50 now. 73.
What's the score right now?
It is
It
has one.
One, yeah.
And you have 0.
We've been close on a lot, but
69.
-1.
What is it?
72.
Damn it! I was off by 1 year on that guess. And I did the math.
Keanu Reeves.
Scott.
Oh, Keanu Reeves. I'm sorry. Whoa.
Pay attention.
Keanu Reeves would be 54.
I was going to say 56.
Niner. 59.
Wow.
Well, yeah. He's in great shape.
Yeah.
He is.
You ever see those videos of him in the gun where he does the shooting? Oh, he's like a professional target shooter.
Oh, really?
He's good, huh?
Oh, he's amazing. Like that John Wick stuff. He actually practices that and he's legit.
Okay.
And he's a nice guy from everything I hear about him.
I think he had a tough childhood coming up through Hollywood that his parents forced him into, and some bad stuff happened, and he's turned into a pretty good guy.
He's a righteous cat.
Yeah, I think he knows that it's garbage, and because there was a lot of rumors about some of the stuff that happened to him when he was young. Because Hollywood with all those pedophiles. Oh, that's just wait a second. Sorry, that's just a conspiracy theory.
Allegedly.
Fuck a dad.
Yeah. Heavens to Murgatroyd. That's the only one I'm good at. I got one imitation.
You're really good at that.
I know. I did it the other night. I didn't even know. We had to look it up. It was Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss. Oh,
I just remember his Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah,
and what was the other thing he always said? We looked it up. And it was
exit stage right.
Even. He always say even at the end.
That's right. Here we go. Everybody's favorite Cubs manager, Lou Piniella.
Big Lou. I think it's your turn, Ed.
Ugh. I want to say Lou Piniella. Oh, jeez, he came up in like 65.
What year was he Rookie of the Year?
It was like, was it 65 or was it even earlier?
I think it was earlier.
Yeah, because I want to say
61.
Oh no,
That's my guess.
I got some 61 cards, and I don't remember Lou Piniella. I want to say 60. Jeez, Pete Rose was 63. I'm gonna go with 65 or 66. So,
Are you talking about Lou Piniella?
yeah, I'm gonna say 77.
Okay,
I'm gonna say 78.
He's 80.
Yeah, so it probably was closer to. Well, it depends what year I said I think he came up about 65. Well, thanks for looking it up.
I didn't look it up, so because everybody keeps talking, it keeps like doing the verbal.
Oh, does it? Nice.
Does everybody remember the Louisiana Lightning?
Louisiana Lightning, yeah, Guidry.
Ron Guidry.
Oh, okay.
Cajun Lightning.
That's right.
That's what we're guessing.
They call them the Louisiana Lightning.
Louisiana Lightning, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Is it me
It is you.
or is it Ed?
I think it's you.
So, Rookie of the Year, 69.
Hey.
And how many years were we off? No, he must have come up late. He was older.
Did you? It's your guess, I think, isn't it? Or
No,
me?
it's you.
Oh, so who is it? Ron Guidry?
Ron Guidry.
I have no idea.
God, he was good when he came
Oh,
out.
he was so good.
69.
Nope.
It's going to be close.
Negatory on that.
No, I'm out of it. -2.
I want to say he came up in about 74, maybe right around there, 75. 71.
73.
He had that 1 year where, what did he win, like 25 or something, or 26? It was something crazy. It was probably about 75, 76.
And he had a rag arm too, because they threw him out there a lot.
Oh, yeah. He almost like Fidrich.
Yes.
It was and I think it was only, so it probably, Fidrich was 76, right?
Yes.
So it's probably 77 or 78 when he had that huge year. And then I remember like in the 80s Yankees when they were playing like the Dodgers in the World Series. So it was 81.
Well, because I think Guidry,
his arm was already shot.
They beat the Dodgers, a couple of those.
In 77.
77, yep.
Where
a kid
where Reggie Jackson hits the home runs off of Bob Welch. Just throws the bat. Dude, that was class. I could watch that all day.
Oh, they have that thing on ESPN, the Uncivil War. I can remember sitting in the stadium watching these games in my high school. I wasn't paying attention to the football game, but I was listening to the game on the radio, the World Series. So
Reggie Jackson hit those 3 home runs. I think they were all off Welch too, if I remember right.
Well, yeah.
Still, the best home run he ever hit was at Tiger Stadium.
Oh,
was that in the All-Star game?
All-Star game, yeah. 19.
Dude, you got to watch the video where the way he just hits it, just throws the bat comes flying back, and it was just a moonshot.
It was great. And I think Vita Blue was in that World Series or that All-Star game.
Yeah,
I
think that one cleared the light towers on top of the roof.
It hit a transformer.
Yeah,
transformer. Yeah,
dude, it was stupid.
That's when the transformers weren't this big. All right, so we got a guy from Genesee County, where I grew up, Carl Banks,
the football player for the Giants.
Yep,
linebacker.
His favorite band back in the day was Parliament.
Oh, it's everybody's favorite band still.
I had this 8-track boombox. I used to play Parliament all the time.
Parliament,
Funkadelic, yeah.
George Clinton.
Oh yeah,
you know where that's from? PCU. Clinton. Gutter, you're wearing the shirt of the band you're going to see. Don't be that guy, Gutter. Jeremy Piven. Oh, class. So what were we talking about?
Carl Banks. Carl Banks.
So 84.
He's probably about the same age as Jim Morrissey as well.
Yeah,
that helps.
45, 87.
I think they played against each other in high school. I know they played against each other in high school.
I think it's me. I'm going to say 61. About the right time.
All right. Robert Parrish.
Chief.
The Chief.
80.
Young kids are listening to our podcast right now. They're like,
what the hell?
Who the fuck are all these guys?
You got to ask my grandpa.
Oh, I love watching. Robert Parrish was he was a 6th man too.
He was.
Yeah.
He
He didn't
good.
start.
He
Or
was
no,
so good.
McHale was the 6-man. Parrish was the starter. Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yep.
McHale was the
78.
God, he was old when the Celtics were good too. He was already in his. That's a good guess. I'm gonna say 74.
70.
Huh?
Wow.
Crazy.
He was pretty old then, though. I remember they brought in Walton after him. I want to
Right.
say.
Right. Yeah. The Chiefs. He was. He was.
Chief.
Yeah.
What number was he?
00.
00.
Yep.
Willie.
That's my number. Andy Roddick.
His wife's a fox.
He's a fox.
Is it me?
Boing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
No, it's me. It is me.
it is you.
Yeah, because I guess Parrish first. Yeah.
Scott, I have to say you have that really sexy voice going on right now.
Yeah.
43.
44.
41.
Ah, come on, Ed. Be closer.
I know. I'm.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Lair, me or yeah, it is me.
He's not far off from Roddick there. I guarantee.
He's 39.
I'm gonna say 40.
Damn, I was gonna say 40.
Damn.
He's got to be right in there. I mean, he's been around forever.
Jalen Brunson.
I don't know who that. It's a basketball player.
Yep. He's good by it.
Knicks. Is that right?
I believe he is.
Boston.
Boston. That's right.
Jalen
He was with the
Brunson.
Mavericks, but now he's with Boston.
Okay. I don't know who that is. I think you're up, Scott.
Is it me?
Yeah, sure.
No, wait. I just
No,
I hit Andy Roddick.
No, then I had the guy after him, and I guess
Larry
the guy-
Fitzgerald.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Fitzgerald.
I had-
That's I piggybacked
I
you
had,
there.
I had Fitzy.
All right. Jalen Brunson. No freaking clue. 28.
No,
28.
that's not
no.
what he was. I'm gonna guess he's 23.
27.
Oh,
Damn.
I was closer and I didn't know who he was.
Tim Hardaway.
That's you.
Not Junior, but Tim Hardaway.
Big Daddy, huh? I'm gonna guess he's 58.
Oh, he's younger than that. He's only 53.
57.
Ah! I can't remember. I remember as a kid watching him play, so I didn't remember when though.
Terry Bradshaw.
That's you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's an old filthy animal.
Who do you get busy with?
He's the whole Duck Dynasty thing you always hear.
He got busy with the woman that was maimed James Caan.
What?
Kathy Bates? Oh yeah. and the hot
Oh
tub.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh Jesus. 76.
73.
75.
I didn't go down one that time, dummy.
I know. You should
Moron.
have piggybacked under me. You should have been my bottom.
One of my all-time favorite tennis players, Jimmy Connors.
Mother has to say Billie Jean King.
Who's the guy that
No,
lost
that's my
to-
record.
Who's the guy that lost to Billie Jean King?
Bobby Riggs.
Bobby
Yeah,
Riggs.
Bobby. That clown.
Yeah, where? Where did he lose to her at?
Madison Square Garden, right?
Yeah.
No.
Or was it like the Astrodome or
The
something?
Astrodome.
Like that?
You are
yeah.
correct.
It
You
was
are
somewhere-
correct.
It was
sir.
indoor though. I
Yeah,
remember.
it was somewhere
It
really
wasn't-
big. Astrodome.
It was on a Monday night. I remember Howard Cosell doing that.
Wow.
Play by
He didn't get fired for doing that, but he got fired for making a racist statement.
But I didn't say something wrong that night.
Yeah, Jesus.
How is this broad winning this match?
Rod.
She
Hey.
doesn't even have titties.
They don't shake when she hits the. Oh,
Consummate
awkward.
professional. I wish I could do it like Better Off Dead.
Oh yeah.
That kid, that Japanese kid you're talking about.
You remember Better Off Dead?
I do.
Where it's like, picture it, two guys come from Japan. One speaks no English, or no, one speaks English. The other one only speaks Howard Cosell. Whoever come up with this, great.
That was great. It was awesome.
They come up to the starting line. It's just, it's
Ed, you got it down. Keep going with it.
Oh, I can't do it anymore. What was the question now? Jimmy Connors.
Jimmy Connors.
God, him and that was
he I think he coached
so
somebody in the US Open.
Look at Sister Jean threw her first pitch out tonight.
she's 106.
104.
104?
She got her birthday.
Oh my God, still better than some of the people I've seen.
Yeah, Sister Jean.
If you haven't had that shirt on, she could like nailed the mascot.
Yeah, she couldn't get her arm loose.
Yeah.
She didn't warm up. That was her problem.
Yeah.
Jimmy Connors, so I'm going to say 40 and 20, 68. God damn it.
Wrigley Field is only 5 years older than Sister Jean. Wow. Put that in perspective.
She wrote her name in the bathroom. Like, it's still in there. It's like, for a good time, telegraph Sister Jean.
Like I wrote on a table like I wrote on a table in South Carolina. I sent it to everybody for a good time and put Willie's phone number. I sent it to everybody.
I know I keep getting these weird numbers.
That's awesome.
I guess 60.
Now I know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I put it on the chat.
I didn't even figure that out.
Have you been calls or
oh
no?
my God, yes.
No, you have.
Yes, I have.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not.
You've been getting a bunch of calls.
I'm like looking at it like
people are calling it.
If I don't know it, I don't answer it.
Start answering it now.
Start answering.
I go Basement Benchwarmers is right after that. Right next to that.
Do it.
Right next to that, I put listen to Basement Benchwarmers podcast.
Do that.
Right next to it.
So if you get any more calls, Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Do it. Just do it.
What did you eat?
Oh, I had the duck club there.
Did you really?
It was duck meat on a club sandwich. Oh, it was incredible.
Comfy.
And their side, instead of giving you fries, they give you pork rinds. I told you this.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Like real pork rinds, though?
Yes, homemade. And the pimento cheese we had for appetizer. And I dipped my pork rinds in pimento. Holy cow, I can't say that.
Pimento cheese.
Pimento cheese. Was incredible.
I don't know if I'd like
that.
Did
you see the new Chick-fil-A sandwich? Pimento cheese, hot honey, and jalapenos.
So last night we had hot pickles and jalapeno.
How was it today?
I was shitting fire. I had to get up twice during the night, and it was like, oh my God, I'm gonna blow out a hemorrhoid.
They did taste good. The jalapenos taste good on a pizza.
It tasted very good.
Jalapenos on a pizza taste good.
I love them.
Yes. I was struggling this morning with fiery butthole. Yeah,
fiery.
So the last question.
I said Jimmy Connors, 68. Scott, you're up.
Nope.
You're up.
I guess, yeah.
No.
Okay.
69.
Nope. 71.
Oh, thanks. You set me up for that.
I know.
So-
I kind of did.
so
I wanted to win.
So no, we still have the last
We got
one
the
for 6
6-pointer.
points.
But I can't beat him. I'm too far behind.
No, you're not. You're only
4 behind.
4 behind, and he's got 3.
Wait a
So
second.
he can't win.
Yeah. Yeah, he can.
This is for 7 points.
7 points. Okay, we'll call it a 7-pointer.
7-pointer right here.
You're up first.
Everybody,
Okay.
favorite goggled running back,
Eric Dickerson?
Eric Dickerson.
69.
And in honor of Bob Barker, I'm going to go 1.
Hey, 69. No, I'm just kidding. 63.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was pretty close, actually.
I knew it. I knew
I won because I didn't go over.
Yeah,
Bob Barker, he died closest.
4 months.
Yeah.
I think, well, Betty White was pretty close.
Yeah.
She was 99, too.
It was wrestling night at the stadium.
That 99-year-old generation's dying off like crazy right now. Except for Sister Jean.
Sister Jean's still having a great time.
I know. Alls I know is not having sex made her live to 104. It's going to kill me by the time I get to 50.
Just imagine if she had sex.
She'd be dead.
Probably, because she got some disease.
Yeah. Well, back then, yeah, she would have got like plague.
Plague.
We didn't have condoms back then. I got plague.
Hey, we had Glad bags.
Exactly. Well, they had to use that's where sheepskins came from.
Yeah.
Because they'd tie intestine together and tie a knot in the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wow, I hope my dick's the same size as a sheep's intestine.
Hopefully my knot is tight.
Was that?
My knot is.
What kind of knot? Yeah, they were great at knot tying. You know, you're talking about all these different knots, and he's like, "Oh, this is the condom knot."
Right.
We didn't have a condom yet, but yeah. What do you use for the? I mean,
Hey, you know what? The bigger than that.
you know the guy that had to go for like elephant intestine. It's like,
Hey, can I? I don't want a lamb skin. I want an elephant skin.
pharmacist. Well, did they even have pharmacists back then? I doubt it.
I'm sure they did have somebody.
He probably went to those guys. What are the guys
What
in the
was
carts?
Aristotle doing? Oh, he was like.
What are those guys that used to
astronomy.
push the carts around back like in the early 1800s? And
Bring out your dead.
Yeah, no.
Bring out your dead.
Not those guys. The guys that always had the potions and stuff. The guys. From,
the guys that sold the
yeah, like
snake oil.
Yeah, the snake oil salesman.
There you go.
Yeah, you got any elephant intestine in there?
Smells like it.
Any
And-
elephant intestine.
And you were taking my wife down for a boat ride to go fishing.
Why?
And now I can hear her whistling the whole way back on the boat ride.
Moon River.
Moon River.
So I won. Yeah.
Did
Rubbing
you?
it in.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did. You won 69-0.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be insult to injury?
We didn't even have a 69 this week.
No, he didn't. No.
Nobody that you would have known. Yes. So, but we're gonna have a. So what we doing? Oh, next week we have a bunch of crap going on. All right.
Next week? What's next week?
Next week,
What's going on next week?
the show.
Well, Monday's Labor Day.
Oh,
We got a draft that night.
we have a draft. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Are we playing wiffle ball?
No, they don't do it anymore.
No, we talked about this. Petey brought it up the other day. He goes, we should play wiffle ball. Nah, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like, because people get too aggressive.
Yeah.
And then I talked to Olson a couple days after that, and he goes, "Yeah, we probably shouldn't play wiffle ball or anything anymore."
What can we
like,
play?
first of all, it
Let's
was
play
bullshit.
pickleball in front of your house. Can we play pickleball?
Well, there's a lot of cop cars out there. We had 3 cop cars out there today.
What did you do to anger them?
No, there were different people parking out in front of my house. We had no idea who they were. They were from Illinois, and then I found out that a couple of them were arguing out in the street. And
Why do you like the front of your house?
I have no idea
What's going on with your place?
Well, then the second one was there was a party around the corner, but their driveway was blocked. So they were listen to this. They were parking in front of my house, and then walking between mine and my brother's yard to take a shortcut back to. Because my dogs were going nuts. And
the
then
furries?
Yeah,
it was a furry party.
Yep. And he comes over. He's
when
like,
are we
"Oh,
gonna be invited to this bullshit?
He's really busy. He's supposed to be in Atlanta tomorrow, and then like 3 days in Denver.
The guy?
Yeah, because they do the furry conventions.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, "You got
what's his?
Scott?"
What's
I was
his
like,
thing?
"Scott, you got your conventions going?" He's like, "Yeah, we've been killing it. We're not selling online anymore. It's not working." So he goes to conventions and sells.
What's he sell?
Furries stuff like tails and ears and all that stuff.
Can we get some stuff?
I didn't even think about getting swag. That's real swag.
That would be awesome.
I got some.
Get us all.
Here comes Ed with his.
I want dog testicles or something. Just hanging.
No,
out.
you have a piggy curl.
We always were going to do that furry party, but not the sexy animals, because they're always sexy animals. You know, the fox or the bunny
or something.
Yeah, I want to be like a possum.
Armadillo.
Armadillos. Yeah, the ugly animals.
I want to be roadkill.
I'm going to be a mole.
Roadkill.
Anteater.
Hey, I like his anteater.
Yeah, that would be that.
How about a buffalo? That's a pretty ugly animal.
That is an ugly animal. A very stately animal, but ugly. Yeah, that's. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, have you ever seen one like up? I've never seen one in the wild, like, the ones out west,
like Yosemite or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them in, there's one out in the county where they grow them, to eat them and
there,
stuff.
Lake Geneva.
Yeah, on the way out to Lake Geneva.
There's a lot of crap going out there that people have no idea
but
what's going on.
They got loose a couple years ago, where a whole bunch of them got loose, and they were running down the roads out there. And
I heard they tore up Strawberry Creek.
So what they can't do is they have to shoot them, because they can't get them back. They're just too big and strong. They won't go in a truck or whatever. So
Can't tranquilize them?
And then they can't sell the meat then either, because once they're shot, it wasn't done in a proper FDA approved facility. But, so they pretty much have to give it away or whatever. It's what a waste. I mean, so once they get out, they're screwed. They lose, I don't know what those run for, but I bet they're a couple grand a piece for the meat.
Yeah.
So, if you lose 10 of those, you're out $25,000. Yeah, because a buddy of mine went out there to help him shoot them one time because they were running around out there in fields and in the roads, and
yeah,
sucks.
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
Be nice to get one. I mean, I'd give them a grand under the table for the shot buffalo meat. That's a lot of meat.
Yeah, that's good. The meat's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty lean.
It's almost like it's a real like the bite.
It's similar. It's similar to a cattle,
like
really.
Tenderloin. It's real lean, and you can grind it up to make burgers.
Yeah, that's the main thing. If you can grind meat, you grind deer meat. It's way too lean. You have to add fat to it.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to. I mean, you could. If I grind it, I'll throw it in like taco meat or sloppy joes. You can get away with, maybe throw like some olive oil in there and cook it in there, and then add your seasonings, and you can get away with it. And it's a little dry, but it's bear meat grinds nice for like burger type meat.
Oh, okay.
It's a little fattier and greasier.
Yeah, you need burgers. You need to have some grease on them.
Yeah, elk meat does pretty well too, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've only had it a couple times, but. Where did Willie go?
I don't know. We can do closing thoughts.
Yeah, what's older, Willie or Willie's disappearing act?
Willie. So, what are your closing thoughts?
Oh, my closing thoughts. I already did the kidney stone thing, chipping Amber's tooth.
Check. Check.
So I watched the Republican convention last week. Did you see that? It was in Milwaukee.
I don't. Yeah, I know. I heard it was, but I don't watch it.
Yeah, I would like to rank the performances of the people. So,
Okay.
Well, Mo Howard was obviously the smartest.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Larry Fine, he seemed like the hardest worker, and probably had the best foreign policy. And Curley finished a distant third. Yeah, I wasn't really impressed.
No,
I don't know who these clowns were. They're a bunch of stooges. I don't know. It'd almost be like the A's and the Royals right now, sitting there going, we're the best team right now. No, we're the best team. It's like, you guys see the Orioles over there and the Rays? And that's about what it is. You got these guys arguing who's going to finish in third or fourth place.
Yeah, they'll be dropping out soon.
Yeah.
A lot of them have to. Can't afford it.
Who's dropping out?
In the Republican convention, I was just saying that they were like I made a joke about the Three Stooges. That's about what they are, Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They're vying for third and fourth place. That's about it. So, yeah, let's see. Anything else, Willie? You got some closing thoughts?
Can't wait to drink some of this Blanton's one of these days.
Yeah, what the hell is that stuff?
Oh,
Dude, that's right on the edge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we better put that back for breaks.
So what are you, that was your closing thought? Then?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got all kinds of stuff.
Oh, go ahead.
I know the United States is the greatest nation on the planet. Do you see how opulent that trap house is on Pennsylvania Avenue? They always got drugs in there and stuff. Name another, that you don't see the Kremlin selling crack out of it,
No, they only kill people.
Yeah.
What the hell? I don't even know what any of the other ones would be. I don't know what the other houses are for the presidents or anything, or not the Reichstag, or what's one in Germany? I don't know.
Not either do I. Yeah.
Well, 10 Downing Street.
Right.
Isn't that right? Or is it Buckingham Palace? It would be Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they probably are selling drugs out of there. I wouldn't doubt it.
It's
You've seen that redheaded kid they have there? What's his name? William? Or no, the other one.
No,
Harry.
Harry, he's going bald.
That whole situation, too. Another crackhead, Harry, talking about doing cocaine with everybody and, and sneaking it in the military when he was in there. He's an idiot, that guy.
Well,
there's
a reason he got out of it.
Have I ever told you my theory on those guys?
No.
So Harry looks just like his dad,
Yeah.
who's not Prince Charles. So I mean, he looks just like his real dad. Who, what's her name? Diana.
Princess Diana.
Yeah, supposedly she was banging this guy for years on the side, and Harry looks just like him. William's Prince Charles.
Prince
he
Charles.
looks like
yeah,
he looks like he's horrible. He looked good when he was younger. Now he's got horrible genetics. His head's all crooked. Is bald and looks weird.
Terrible.
And if you look at the two, and I think Harry was outcast, kind of, and then once he found out that it wasn't his real dad, type thing.
He's
So
like, okay,
that's my
I'm
thing.
out of this.
Yeah, and now,
God damn
but
it
now
to
he
hell.
wants back in because it's a pretty good life. The shittiest prince is still better than
he chose to leave.
I know, and now he doesn't like it.
Oh yeah, because you don't have all that free money. Free money.
Yeah. Willie, what's your closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts that we have the Labor Day coming up this weekend, right?
Yes, it is.
And you know what I love about it? It's
Draft
a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
I could use it again.
Are
I
you
could
going-
use the weekend already.
Are you going anywhere?
I don't think so, for Christ's sake. So
Really?
Yeah. So are we having that big giant Cube tournament we talked about?
Cube. I got a draft on Saturday.
Oh, I got some drafts this week.
Sunday, I don't think I have a draft on Saturday.
What was the other draft you said there was going to be?
One with
you invited me to it.
It's Monday at 8:00. I just looked it up.
Yep.
This
4th.
which Monday the
Labor
4th?
Labor Day, yeah. So it'd be after the end of our draft.
Let me put another one in here after that one.
You know what? They'll wait on us, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
what was it? Just a redraft league?
Yeah, right, straight up.
12 team
12
redraft.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Makes it easy for you, Ed. Don't think about all the guys you love that you don't have. Think about the people that you want.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to go.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I got 2 drafts on that day, so now I know that.
Makes it interesting.
I'm gonna have to get a second job to pay for all these teams.
I saw about how you guys paint. Somebody sent that.
Glenn said that.
Glenn.
Dude, that thing was dead on too.
It was hilarious.
Not all painters are drunks. Some are meth addicts. It's funny as we've been doing that joke for years. It's like, yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. We got all meth addicts, Yeah, so it was almost dead on. The same thing was like, oh, so the painter comes in and then the flooring guy wrecks the walls, and then the painter comes back in, and then the drywaller comes in and wrecks the walls. And then the painter comes back in, and then they wreck the walls with the ceiling guy. It's like, dude, that's exactly what it is.
A lot of truth, huh?
It's insane. It's
yeah.
insanity. But yeah, so at least other people are noticing. Like that meme. I thought it was going crazy. I mean, I really have this year because we've had some big jobs and we've been super busy.
And they want you to come back and fix shit.
I fired one of my best guys today.
Really?
Yeah. It's insane.
Why?
Everything.
Why did you fire him? Because
he was just and
he wasn't the best guy anymore.
Nope. He was the best guy. I had him for 8 years. He was a good guy, and he was in a bad mood today. I told him to do something on last week, and he told me he was going to do it. I found out so I got a call and says, "Hey, you got to get guys on there." I'm like, he's done. They sent me pictures today. He didn't even start. And then I called him today and I'm like, "Hey, why didn't you do that?" I didn't want to do it. I'm like, "Oh my God, here we go." And I said something and he's like, "Don't talk to me like that." I'm like,
no,
this ain't going good here.
No.
So
going south.
Yeah. So yeah. After I just gave him off a full week so he can move for like the 7th time since he's been here for 8 years. So I gave him a whole week off to move. Came back first day, goes, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be coming into work all the time because it's too far of a drive now to where I moved."
That's your problem.
So he moved farther away from work and then's complaining it's a long drive. This is shit I deal with every single day. Or I go to work and then he goes, "I didn't want to do what you told me to do, so I did something else." So the thing I told you to go do had to be done because I already billed for it. The thing you went and did doesn't have to be done for 2 months. So now I'm like 4 days behind instead of on time.
So I guess I'm doing a lot of painting.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. Everybody goes rogue.
Going rogue on you there.
Yeah, it's Jose Altuve hit for the cycle tonight.
Oh, we don't have many.
Go figure that guy.
Probably had his microphone back on or his buzzer.
His vibrating butt plug.
Look at Alexander Canario of the Cubs, 37 home runs in the year.
Bring him up.
Well, the other one was Mervis. Him and Mervis, what was it last year? Both had huge years. So he's another he's another outfielder.
Oh, is he?
And Pete, yeah, I think he is. And Pete Crow's going to be up next year.
Pete Crow.
So maybe Bellinger that just kind of let it walk.
Bellinger's, well, he can go to first base.
Oh yeah.
Well, $270 million later.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I would spend.
They
it
were
on him.
they were talking about Scott Boras. He talked. Scott Boras always
He's got to sign with somebody though.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. I would hope this guy would have something to say about it because you know what, these guys give him a chance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They give him an opportunity.
I mean, who are they going to have?
To show himself again.
They're going to have Suzuki, Happ next year, and then they're going to be. I mean, you think Canario would probably be up. Pete Crow's going to be his new center fielder. I mean, I don't know if he's going to start right away, but he's going to be up there. So, let's see. What does that say? Oh, so we're watching the Cubs prospects.
So you got.
Oh, and we missed the top 10.
Yeah,
they got Canario listed as what, the 14th best prospect, 14th. And he's hitting 37 home runs.
Mervis is 13. Brandon Davis is 20 now.
Yeah. What happened to him?
Oh, it's Pete Crow right there.
Pete Crow Armstrong, huh?
Oh my God, he looks like
like Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like Ed with red hair.
Oh, yeah.
He does.
So that was your closing thoughts, Willie?
It was. He looks like Ed with red hair, Pete Crow Armstrong.
So I don't think we'll be back next week. We'll be off because of the holidays, Labor Day weekend, like Willie said.
We'll be in a Coupe tournament in Eau Claire.
Big 3-day weekend. Be back the week after though. We can make our NFL predictions. That'll be opening weekend. We'll get to make a pick after the season starts. So we'll know who's gonna really.
I'm picking the Lions right now against the Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Oh, there you go. Willie made his pick already. Look at him. Ready to go.
Right. God damn it to hell.
So are we all good?
I'm solid.
Yeah, I'm good.
What does Snaggletooth think?
I'm not doing one tonight.
Hey,
I'm done.
Hey, take another chunk off that.
Oh, we haven't done yeah.
No, this.
No. That was to get the taste out of my mouth. I put that big chocolate dick in my mouth to get the taste of something else out of my mouth. What was it?
I'm guessing the bad taste of a Cubs loss.
No, it was something bad we were eating.
I don't know. We're the Basement Mountain podcast. See you later.
I hate goodbyes. Sorry, folks. Park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome. Bye, Felicia.
Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
Let's give them more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
Feels so